All right, all right. Welcome everybody for another exciting match on Mad Apple Xstream. Our current champion Scott is away for the week, so we will be having an interim contest today to see who faces Scott next weekend. We have Zach Winkel and Zach Marquardt facing
Shayne Winkel.
Shayne Winkel.
Yep.
Oh my God, what did I say, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Shayne Winkel, and we'll be playing 10 ball today, race to 16. And I'm Patrick Glenn, joined in the booth by our very own Stone Mason Cook. How are we doing?
Hello.
So we should have a good match today. I think we're going to set them off here to go ahead and lag. If Mason, you want to give them the thumbs up if
Yeah.
they can see us? I think they may have got it. So some of the rules they discussed prior to the match here, playing 10 ball. 10 balls will not count on the break. Those will get spotted. They will be playing 3 foul. So who we got? We got Zach on the right, correct?
Yeah, Zach's in the blue, and then Shayne is in the red.
Okay, here we go for the lag. 1 ball looks like Zach, and it looks like Shayne might have got it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Shayne wins the lag.
All right, race to 18.
Correct.
Winner break.
Winner break format. And so they are going to play early 10 ball. So early 10 ball will count.
Okay.
And I mentioned they are playing 3 foul.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. Everything else is your regular BCA type rules.
Very good. Yeah, Zach is a top player in the state, and he's been gone for a while down south, and recently he's been in town, so he's challenging in. I'm happy to have him here. And Shayne Winkel is a local guy also from Fond du Lac.
Yeah, so just a little south.
And I know he's going to be excited to play today.
All right, so looks like Shayne made 1 ball on the break there. And does he have shape on the 1?
Yeah, I don't think he does. He's...
Let's take a look at the overhead.
Yeah, pretty fully blocked by the 8.
Yeah, looks like the 8's got him.
So I think because it's the start of the match, I think you got to start out with a push shot here.
And for those of us at home that do not know what a push shot is, Mason, you want to go ahead and explain push shot?
Yeah, you're going to see it right here. So basically there's no rules, and you call the push, and you're trying to push the cue ball to a spot where you think your opponent might give it back to you or miss it, or that you're better at the shot than they are.
Or dupe them into taking a shot that looks pretty good but isn't.
Right.
It's a tricky shot. You know, sometimes you want it back, sometimes you don't, especially depending on how you hit it.
Yeah.
Like, do you take this shot or do you give this one back here?
I would take this shot, but I'd definitely be playing a safety. Often the rule of thumb is that if you can see the ball, you should be probably taking it and deciding to either play safe or if you can go for a shot and maybe play a 2-way shot somehow.
So Zach, he's calling a shot here. Called something in the side.
Yeah, so you looked at aiming it, off of that 3 ball.
Yeah, so
which he's going to have to hit it pretty hard to get it to stay on that path.
But can he even see the 1? Has he got to spin around the 8?
I think he sees about half of the 1. Half of the 1 looks.
Okay, he could see it, and got a good hit and a good roll there. So yeah, Shayne looks like he's in a little bit of trouble here. I don't see an easy path to the 1 ball.
Yeah, and there's not much for results on hitting this and getting a good leave. I don't see a whole lot happening here unless you can really hit it the right speed, and he might end up being able to just freeze that 1 right off that 4 ball.
Yeah, at this point you're probably just trying to get a hit, and it looks like he can probably go 2 rails, maybe, or is he going to go 3 here? 2 rails and just missed it.
I noticed tonight also we must be using a different set of balls. I know that. I think these are the Predator. The Predator Arcos. Zach has a set, and they probably discussed that.
Okay, so not the Aerosmith balls?
Not an Aramith set, no.
Aeromith. I always mispronounce that. I call them the Aerosmith balls.
Yeah. Steven Tyler, right? All right, so he's going to try and 3-foul him here, I think.
So, yeah, because he's on 1 foul currently. And, yeah, now he's got to get a hit. So you do have to announce it, right? You got to tell your opponent, hey, you're on 2 fouls right here.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will not count a 3-foul.
Yeah, I've seen players kind of 3-foul maybe 4 or 5 times just because they forgot to say it, and then they didn't win the game because they didn't tell anybody that it was, at that point.
And usually at this level, 3-foul is pretty rare.
Yeah.
He did get a good hit.
Yeah, good full hit, really, and decent speed. He's still going to leave Zach the bank there, as you saw him point to the bottom left-hand pocket.
Yeah, favored to make this shot. Ooh.
Should have been, and just the beginning of the match yet, so he did get a good roll, and Shayne's going to have to kick.
Ooh, he hit it nice and soft, so
yeah.
I don't know about that shot.
Well, he was trying to hit it more full. I don't really like the choice because you have to be so accurate. He hit that kind of close to what he wanted, but the result was so drastically different because he hit it that little bit off.
So, yeah, he's in prime position to get on the 2 ball here, I think. Unless is the 7 in the way of the 2 or no? Let's take a look on the overhead. Let's blow it up really quick.
I think it does pass.
Yeah, but he might go the other way.
Yeah. Really, for shape, kind of, you might be able to play it at our viewpoint now, that top left, now the top right hand corner, and the cue ball comes more naturally into the 3. But he did decide to keep at the original pocket.
And came out okay. Doesn't really leave much for Shayne here, unless he can come off the rail, maybe spin off the rail into it.
Well, I think he can cut. I think he sees the edge of this. Yeah.
Yeah, Shayne says he can see it. 3 ball is going to be a little tricky here.
Yeah. Was able to roll it in, but he ended up having to hit it a little too thick. So that means he definitely had enough of the ball. He just didn't read how he was supposed to hit it with English.
I'll tell you, this is a tough first opening rack here.
Yeah, they didn't spread great. So that'll have to be noted, and an adjustment on the break shot will have to happen. You kind of really just got to hope here, because the 3's going to stop if he would have hit it full, but...
Yeah, so he leaves a table open here for Shayne now. Zach.
Yeah, Zach there, he plays with his own cue line. He's a cue maker himself. And so he plays with the Zach Marquardt custom.
And you said, where's Zach from again? I know it's down south somewhere.
Zach, it's listed as Mandeville, Louisiana.
So, yeah, he's traveling a ways to get up here.
But he was a Wisconsin resident. And I think he's in the process of sticking around for a while.
I know he's been on the stream before. Plays very strong. I've seen him play.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those players, too, that just loves the game and loves to help grow the sport and give advice, and he's a pretty good dude.
Got a tricky shot here on the 6 ball. What do you think he's up to here? How's he getting on the...
Well, he's pointed at that spot. I think he's going to be able to hold it.
And he can get by the 10 ball.
Yeah, he'll just hold it right there.
Okay, yeah, so he looks good there. So he's going high, coming off the top rail.
Decided to spin to that second rail.
Yep. Worked out good because now he's a one-stop shot away from getting out here. Ooh, he didn't stop it. Came off the side rail. All right. So Zach takes down the first game. So I guess some exciting news for Mad Apple, I think. Today we got to work on some Derby City videos, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. We were able to knock 2 of them out right away this morning, you and I, Patrick.
And I think we got to add stuff like scoreboards and stuff, but the commentary's done and should be being released shortly. Can't give an exact day, but we finally got a few done, and we'll be getting them out to the fans soon, which is awesome. We did, who did we do today? We had Fedor Gorst
versus Shayne Winters, not to be confused with tonight's match.
Which was an awesome match.
Yes, yeah. Really, both matches were pretty good, and then the first match we did was a 9-ball matchup between Tyler Steyer and Randy Hansen from Iowa.
Yeah, and that match, I mean, well, I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but definitely those are 2 must-see matches coming out. Really fun to watch. I think you guys will be impressed with it.
I had a good time. I look forward to some of the other footage we have, too.
Yeah, lots and lots of footage to come.
Another push shot there from Shayne.
And it looks like, I mean, it's a small side pocket, but he has it, or a possible bank, or he's got opportunity to play safe here. That 2 ball's hiding up there, though.
Yeah, not the easiest to get down there, so there's not much of a benefit to even
making the ball.
Make the one.
Yeah, so I think he just played safe there. No easy path to the 1. Another tough-looking rack here, just because of where the 2 ball's at. Russ Winters says, thanks for the news, anytime. Oh, and our current champ chimed in, Scott Cohen, mentioning 18. What did I...
The race.
Yeah, I thought I said 18. I might have messed it up, but...
Well, Shayne Winkel hit a good try there. He wouldn't have wanted to make the 1, so it's kind of a good thing that he didn't, because he left more of a safety shot than I think he would have been expecting.
So coming off the rail, makes contact. I mean, probably wanted to push that 1 on the other side of the 2. Would have helped him.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what you're going to see right here. He's probably just going to inch that 1 over. Yeah, he just finished it basically.
Yeah, pretty good shot there.
But is there a window between the 2 and the 4 to get at the 1 here?
I don't know, and he might end up looking at... He's kind of going right at it, it looks like. He might try to get as close as he can to that 2 ball with some spin. Play a backwards safety, or...
Yeah, because...
Guess he's looking at the make on the ball right now.
Coming at that, that's a lot more of a dangerous shot, I think. It's a small window to get in. Well, either way you go here, tough hit all around, I guess.
Yeah.
Jason challenging the winner. Well, we already got somebody lined up for next week. Current champ, Scott.
Yeah, New York, you haven't been playing so much that when you said "and I got winner," I thought it was just like a side bet scenario you were talking about.
All right.
I'd love to see a challenge in though. That'd be good.
Looks like he's banking the 1 all the way down.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that afforded him shape on the 2, so nice shot selection there.
Yeah, Shayne can play. It's all about holding himself together throughout this match. He's always been a player with a lot of potential, a lot of skill. And Zach, of course, is the favorite in experience. Just kind of like competing under the pressure, but Shayne's got a lot of ability.
Try going. Ooh, that was a nice shot. Held the 2 in front of the 6. So now he's got opportunity to get on the 3. But he's got some traffic to negotiate here, so how's he bringing his cue ball around?
Well, it's tough to say. Couldn't really tell if he was aimed at the top or the bottom of the bowl there.
It looks like he was trying to push that 5 out of the way to leave himself on the 3. Might be taking out a jump cue here. See, does Shayne prefer to jump here? He's kicking. So no good on the attempt there. So Zach will have ball in hand, and I think you got to say he's favored to get out here. With the speed, held it right there, so he does have a shot on the 4.
And both players here responded to our questionnaire by how do you feel about jump cues? They both said they dislike jump cues.
Yeah, and you could tell on Shayne's shot selection there that, yeah, he probably shies away from him because that was a jumpable ball. I mean, he was in prime position to jump if he needed to.
Some nice shape there, cutting through the 9-10.
And getting nicely on the 5, and looks pretty natural to get on the 7. But see now, like, would you want to play that 7 in the upper right corner or the lower right corner here?
Yeah, and that's where he got a little tricky, just because of that 9 looks a little in the way.
Yeah, because I think the leaves. Ooh, he used the 9.
Which isn't a bad play. It's a experienced play. On a bar table, you can do more of that because the knocking of the other balls, it spreads out wider, you know.
So he'll be walking the 7 all the way down here.
Pretty clean.
Yeah.
Little hard. So he's still got his work cut out here, but
Yeah, he kind of looks straight or either on the wrong side of the 8 almost. Scott's calling for an 18-7 final score, but Scott, who are you taking? You taking Zach or you taking Shayne? Okay, and that's what I was worried about. I was gonna say he's got if he's hitting a bunch of top loading up to get on the 9, gotta worry about the side.
yeah, I was almost shocked that he played that ball that way. Thought he might have put some draw on it instead of top.
Yeah, I mean he's not making this out very easy. I mean he's got some tough shots ahead of him. Oh, and look at that.
Yeah, still not there where we could say it's an easy out though.
Yeah, he's on the rail. You never want to shoot the money ball off the rail. It always makes it a little
Yeah.
stressful.
We talked about that earlier in some of the Derby City matches that it limits. You can only hit the top half of the cue ball then.
Ooh. See,
Wiped its feet.
yeah, it did. In diamond tables, I mean, when you get a ball to rattle in like that, that's it's rare. Normally they'll just hang. So,
I'm laughing here at Zach's answer to one of our questions. It says, what mental tools do you use under pressure? And he responded, my brain. Very clear and concise there.
that's funny.
Lucky you.
All right, so Zach to break.
Yeah, he broke dry last rack, so
Yeah, it broke dry, and I think Shayne had to push out, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
down goes the 9.
All right, let's take a look at the table here. It's a tough walk down the table with the one ball here, so he might play safe here. I mean, I'm playing safe here just because I'm not confident with this shot. How about you, Mason? You'd probably take this shot.
I've been not liking these shots recently. They're a tough ball to play.
If it's on the rail, I find it easier to walk it up if it's on the rail for some reason. But when you're like a half an inch or a quarter of an inch off the rail,
Yeah,
I don't like it.
right.
For some reason, it mentally messes with my mind.
I think the best play here is he called the cross corner there.
Oh, so he's banking between the 2 and the 10.
Yeah, and it'll double. It's kind of a two-way shot. Supposed to have been. I'm shocked he rolled his cue ball like he did. If he would have stopped it right there, he would have left the cue ball hooked behind the 10.
Yeah, so it gives Shayne an opportunity on the 1, and he can get over to the 2 ball, I think.
Yeah, the only issue here is on the rail again a bit.
Yes. Ooh, 4 is going to help him out, but he missed the shot. And how'd he leave Zach? I think he can see a piece of it.
Yeah, just enough, but it's not a lot to do anything with.
Actually, I don't know. I don't even think he can see it. What do you think?
I think he can
maybe.
see the edge there. Tom Godsick, you're welcome. Said thanks for the free streaming. I just got done cutting the grass.
Tom, I cut my grass on Mondays. I live out in Sherwood. If you're nearby, let me know.
Right?
I'm not a fan of cutting the grass.
Yeah, that's a benefit for me of renting is not having to do any yard work.
I don't mind the rider, but the push mowing and the weed eating,
Yeah.
it's a drag. I had a buddy who just loved being out on his lawn. He'd cut his lawn twice a week. Just loved it.
What a maniac.
Yeah, I try to put it off as much as I can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's jumping here, so
What a contradictory thing. He said he hated it. That's what you get
And that's-
scratching there.
that's why he doesn't like jumping, maybe.
Yeah, right.
And look at where the cue ball went, right into the drink. So, yeah, I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's right there. And once he gets to the 5 ball, I don't really see a lot of problems here. And I think he might have just got hooked on the 8. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Hit it a little too hard. So I'd like to thank all our viewers out there for joining the stream. If you can, like, share. If you're over on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that little bell. You'll get notifications for whenever we go live. Every Friday is our King of the Hill. Every Sunday we have our Jesters, Queen of the Hill, and Knights matches, with the exception of this Sunday because it's Father's Day. So
Yes.
everyone will be out with Dad.
Yep. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yeah, so is my father. He's probably watching right now, so he's expecting. He calls it the pile. I'm like, well, what do you want to do for Father's Day? He's like, I'm going to be busy opening up my pile. And he's just exaggerating. It's kind of a funny thing. So sure he'll have a big pile of gifts,
Right.
which is a whole lot of nothing. All right, so looking at that 5-10, I don't know, is there space in there to get it to go down? So see if we can get a better look on the overhead here.
What are you looking at here? The one rail.
5-10, I don't know what he can do with it. If he can get it to go all the way. Oh, he's on the 3 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, I didn't see the 3 ball hiding up there, but okay, so ball in hand for Zach here. Looks like he's coming off the top rail onto the 5 and looking pretty good to get to the 6 here.
Yeah, he wanted a little bit more of an angle. He's pretty tight on this for the shape, but he should be okay. I think he'll just hit it a bit harder. And harder he did.
Oh,
Look at that.
Look at the draw stroke there.
Landed nicely.
Got a nice little bump on the 10.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So, yeah, kind of in a trouble spot here. What do you... I mean, he can come off the rail, it looks like, and bump to 7 and maybe kind of stop the cue ball behind the 10.
Yeah, I think it's going to take the exact amount of English, but you might be able to do that.
Yeah, there's just no easy shot here.
No. He's looking at making the ball. Zach's a pretty aggressive player. I think he's looking at making the ball. He might be looking at trying to hit it full and stick and hit him behind that. Or hit and stick. Sorry, do that backwards all the time.
We'll see what happens here. This is a sticky little situation because it looked like he had the rack. And that 10 ball rolling in front of the 7 kind of took it away. Okay, so he got behind the 10 and don't believe he called it. So you want to explain the rule here now?
Well, Shayne would have the option to give the shot back because it was a slopped ball.
Yep.
But I don't think we're going to see that happen.
No, he's got the 8 in the side, and it's just natural to get on the 10 here. I mean, the 8 is sitting above the side, so I think he's going to probably try and play it all the way down. Or is he going to cut this in? He's cutting it in. Look at the speed on that. That was nice.
Yeah, pretty smooth. And that's kind of what I had mentioned earlier. Shayne he sometimes surprises me with his demeanor. He's got a nice, calm demeanor, and I think it pushes him through quite a bit.
See if we can look at an instant replay on that shot, if it comes up.
A weird angle on it, but I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so we'll have to get our replay camera looked at. I don't know why it came up with that angle. It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at our player profile here.
Three balls on the break there.
Yeah, and bad camera work there. I didn't realize he was breaking. But I think it showed up on the upper left there. So, yeah, powerful monster break, but not the best of shape. Is he going for this 2-ball combo here?
Kind of looks like it the way he's winding up.
Yeah, 7 all the way in. Don't think he called the carom shot. But that's okay. Mark's got a tough shot. I think he's got a bank shot here maybe, but he's got to slide it past the 3. Don't know if that's there or not.
Nice shot.
It was there, and he got nice on the 3 too. Look at that.
Matthew Hedgecock likes the stream. Thank you, Matthew.
Michael Parker, what's up? Anytime. We love doing this. Ooh, he rattled the 3.
Yeah, now he's left him the gap, too. This is a good opportunity for Shayne to grab an early game.
Yeah, but the 10 is kind of, it looks like it's a little in the way, so he's got to figure out where he's going to leave the cue ball here. Where do you think he's trying to get the cue ball?
I think less is more in this scenario. Just kind of
Play the soft shot and
roll it in, real pocket speed. Take the 5 where you can get it.
Uh-oh. It was close. And he does have a 5-10 on the side, but that's a tough shot. I don't know if he'll want to play that.
I think he might go for it, actually. He's, I think kind of maybe parts of his mentality might be try and get as many games as early on and just drive right through.
Yeah, and this isn't straight, so, I mean, this is a tough shot. Yeah, so that just being off by that little bit of an angle raises the difficulty level on that shot.
Yeah, passed it right back to Zach, which is not what you want to do.
No, I think, yeah, Zach is definitely favored to get out here. I mean, the 7 and the 8 are in the wide open here, and the 10 is pretty close to the pocket. So, yeah, he's going to make quick work of this rack.
Thank you all for tuning in tonight to Mad Apple Xstream. It's Mason Cook with Patrick Glynn.
What up?
Watching our Friday night King of the Hill. Both players tonight are new to the series, so.
Well, I want to say, has Zach, I think Zach's played before, hasn't he, or no?
Not on the King of the Hills.
Not on the King?
He may have been here for some type of bigger tournament.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Zach from somewhere. I'm not sure where I met him before, but I've seen him play. Maybe it was up at State or something. I'm not sure where I've seen him play, but I know he's a very strong player. It's the first time I'm seeing Shayne play. So Billy is a Zach fan. Loves watching him play, but it's been a long time. So Zach getting ready for the break here. See, I mean, he's going straight at it too, straight on break. Pops the ball up. Stays somewhat in the center of the table.
And another dry.
Yeah, another dry break, but let's look at the overhead.
There's the layout. There's not an open shot, obviously, and
Randy, thank you for the like. We appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you're probably pushing out here. I mean, I don't know if you want to kick at it, but you got to have a plan. So what would the plan be, you know?
I think the kick might be what Zach tried earlier and just hit and stick him behind that 3-ball. A little more pace.
Yeah, the one had to keep going.
It didn't go.
Yeah, if he would have hit it a little bit harder, that one would have kept going, and the 3 would have blocked him. Mel? Is that Meal? I don't got my glasses.
I think it's Mel.
Mel, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. I'm having a hard time reading the names. Don't have my glasses on. I never have my glasses on, though, so. Wow, he really fired that one in the side.
Yeah, it looked like a secondary break shot there.
Yeah, I wonder. So he does have a look at the one ball in the corner here, but gets locked behind the 4. Yikes, there's no path to the 2 ball here. I'm going to take a look at the... he might have one rail. Let's see,
Yeah, no hit.
yeah, so ball in hand over to Zach.
You know, this is not a good strategy that he's putting up, giving Zach ball in hand in every rack.
Yeah, no, there's not anything too difficult on this rack, I don't think, for Zach either. I mean, maybe the 7 ball might be a little challenging. And now he's got to try and hit this nice and soft and hold it. Just hope that 10 don't get in the way. Unless, I mean, like, do you try and hit this soft and hold it on the rail a little bit, get a little bit of angle, or do you go back and forth here?
No, I would just hold it there, try to hold it there.
So he went back and forth. I was wondering if he would do that. But
There's the trouble in that.
Ooh, did he get away with it? No. Yeah, I was like, because that's one of those situations where, like, can you hold it or can you not hold it? And sometimes I think when you're thinking about that, a lot of times people tend to go back and forth because of it. And he's going to try to slide around the 5. Does not get it. So he gives ball in hand right back to Shayne here. So Michael Parker's talking about Josh Nelson. Oh, your dad's on the stream telling us about Zach is here because of work. He does.
Right, yeah. Zach is a dent removal worker.
Kendall, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying your vacation. I love that you're watching Pool on Vacation. The ultimate vacation.
Yeah, Zach's answer for what is your practice schedule like and what type of things do you like to work on, he says, I fix car dents but used to play a bit.
Speaking of car dents, maybe I should give him my brother's number. He just got in a car accident today. Yeah, somebody was towing a camper, one of those pop-ups.
Yep.
And the pop-up popped up and flew off and hit his vehicle at 65 miles an hour.
Wow. Is everybody okay?
Everybody was good. All right, got on the 6 nicely, but the 7, like I said earlier in the rack, is going to be a little bit of trouble. He's got to get...
Yeah, I think he might have a little angle here, but he's going to have to really force the cue ball off that end rail to get any shape to the 7.
Yeah, so Tim's asking if Zach does win tonight, will he be available next week? Well, of course. I mean, that's part of the commitment when you play in the King of the Hill. You know, you're not just committing for the night you're playing. You're committing, if you win, you're playing next week. You know, that's part of what we ask here. If you were to say, yeah, I want to play King of the Hill, but you can't make the following week, it'd be hard to put you on. But, yeah, I think Zach's going to be in the area for a while. So, and I'd agree. I think that would be an awesome matchup. Because I don't think, how many weeks has Scott won now? I want to say it's like 5 or 6 at least, but not consecutive.
Right.
He had to take a break.
Yeah, he's won quite a bit. And I agree. I think it'd be a very good matchup.
I don't think anyone has touched your record of, what was it, 9 straight?
Yes.
9 straight. I saw one person get close. I want to say it was Chad Gaz. Got to 8.
Chad Gaz got close, and actually Scott Kugel
Scott Kugel.
was one away.
I know.
And I came back
You came back
and challenged and got the win.
Yeah, that's
to
what
stop him.
I was like, how nice of Mason to step in and just stop the streak.
I had to.
1 game away from tying the. Nice shot on the 8 there for Zach, but a little tough on the. Well, I think he's fine here on the 9.
I don't know. Yeah, he just called the bank shot.
Yeah, because if he's playing it down, I mean, it's pretty much a scratch shot. So. Oh, would have been nice. So I think that sells a rack out there on that shot, basically. Susie's laughing. What's up, Susie? How we doing?
Oh, no.
Ooh, that was a key shot to miss there. I mean, that gets you back within 1 game, but doesn't. I mean, that he doesn't sell out here because he leaves a tough shot here for Zach. But you got to make that shot at this level here.
Yeah, and Zach might be a favorite to bank this ball in now.
Yeah, I mean, he could even cut this if he wanted to. And he's playing at pocket speed.
Oh,
Don't think it had enough juice in it.
It's a weird choice in rotation to leave it near the pocket like that.
Yeah, if you're going to shoot that shot, you want to miss it hard so it goes over to the right a little more.
Yeah, Zach responded that his favorite game is 1 pocket, and that was much more of a 1 pocket shot than a rotation 10-ball shot.
All right, Shayne to get back within 1. So even with that pretty big unforced error on the 9-ball, he was able to get away with the game.
It's got to feel good. You never want to give it away.
All right, and there's our player profile for Zach. So we will go back to the break.
And we'll see. Shayne says that what does your practice schedule look like, and what type of things do you like to work on? And he responded, every day in the basement, love to practice the break shot.
So, and that's an interesting question. You're a pro-level player, so what are some things you like to work on? What do you find helps you the most?
I actually work a lot on mentality because that's, not my strong suit. But so I work a lot on mentality. I just enjoy the game in general, so any type of practice.
I know you're very competitive. I've seen you up at the Derby. You are a very competitive pool player.
That's my main positive.
Yeah, and I know I see you up here practicing a lot. I try to practice, and that's the thing with me is I struggle with putting in the work because when you're, even just to play 2 or 3 hours a day, that's challenging.
Yes.
When, if you're just focusing on yourself and playing by yourself, and that's where the discipline comes in, and that's what separates, I think, a lot of players like yourself, Zach, and the higher level players, for players like me,
Yeah, it's tough. Any top player, high-end player has at one point put in a lot of work to get to that spot.
Yeah, you're talking hours every day, even just breaking over and over and over, and it gets repetitive. But you got to do it if you want to get to the next level. All right, so on the 2-ball, what's he looking at here? Trying to get in between the 3 and the 9 here. And he gets the hit. I think he was trying to kick it into the 10. Did he call that?
I think that would have been a good play. I think he got pretty fortunate on this leave, too. That's not a bad spot to have left the cue ball.
Yeah, does not leave a good shot here for Zach.
Yeah, it says Shayne Winkel was 21 when he started playing pool. He is now 31, so 10 years. And Zach says that he started playing pool when he was 12 years old, and he is now 33.
So a little bit more experience on the table for Zach. Okay, jacked up over the ball, called the 9, did not go. I think there's a pretty good safe opportunity here. I mean, he could roll the 2 in. I just don't see.
He'll stun over, and that 3 will go in the left side pocket.
Okay, there you go. And where is that the 4 locked up over there with the 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 is tied up with the 5 a little bit.
Yeah, so I think he'll play the...
He's playing
Ooh.
safe right now.
That was...
Or was that I don't know if that was an error.
I got no clue what that was.
Yeah, because he missed by quite a bit there. Interesting.
Yeah, so you might decide to try and play this combo, but that's going to be pretty tough, so... I guess this is the right play, and he's going to cross it into the left side.
Combo, or is there a safe available here for him that you see?
I think he might play the bank shot on the 4.
Bringing it back across the side.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at right there. The problem with that is you're going to really be letting your cue ball loose. Might even end up skimming off that 5 and scratching, which would be unfortunate.
All right, so he leaves the 4 ball open here for Zach. But he is on the rail and a little straight. So he's got to find a way. He's really jacking up on this.
Another break shot from Zach.
Okay, now the table looked like it's opened up here now. So I think Shayne shouldn't have too many issues here. Let's play some nice easy shots. So again here, like, do you like just rolling up a little, or are you coming over to the other side and playing the 6 in the same pocket?
Like rolling up a little bit.
Rolling up.
Yeah.
And Shayne agrees with you. And he definitely has enough angle here to get back onto his 7.
And that's a tough question. It's what do I like to do, or what do I know I'm supposed to do? You know.
Yeah, because everybody plays
that.
a little
Those
different.
are 2 different things.
Yeah.
If I could slam every ball and make it go 9 rails around for perfect shape, I would probably do that every time.
9 rails around. I don't even think I could hit 9 rails.
Shayne got a nice little bump there off the point for better shape on the 8 than he would have had.
Probably playing this 9 in the side.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, flirting with danger there. So now he's got to come up off the top rail, or is he's able to draw this?
I think he might be doing that just to kind of stun it a little bit.
Yeah, see, that's what I like, going off the top rail. So I thought from the way he was queuing up, it didn't look like he was going off the top rail. And
Shayne.
No! Are you kidding me?
That was a big game right there.
Yeah, Shayne could have tied it up with it. He's not going to be happy going to the seat. So.
No, and Shayne's response to what mental tools do you use under pressure? He says breathing, the calmer the better. So he's really got to, I think, utilize that right now.
Well, I mean, after missing a shot like that, I mean, mentally, how do you take that? I mean, you go from tying it up to going down by 2. I mean, you just got to, sometimes you need to walk that off maybe maybe take a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Let's see here. Zach has not had very good results on the break. He's only made one ball so far.
Yeah, and you know, Shayne, I mean, he's playing well. So 2 games, race to 18. I mean, this is still a lot of match to go here. So I don't think he needs to worry too much about that miss. So he does drop a ball on the break. And has shape on the 1.
Yeah. Pretty wild. That's not a miss I'd normally see Zach make.
Yeah. What is Billy telling us here?
He says, different stimulus on the live stream, they will settle in.
Yeah, so maybe just a little bit of nerves here. They know there's a lot of people out there watching. Little bit of cash on the line as well.
Yeah, and every matchup there's a settling in process. Wow.
What?
Good shot there.
Wow. And I think that's part of the most pressure is, if you win, you are the king, and that's what you're playing for, the prestige of earning that title, King of the Hill. Carrying that on from week to week. Dan Olson sitting out up by the campfire.
That's a good idea.
I wonder if that's a Dan Olson I know from way back in the day of my childhood, or if it's a different Dan Olson. I'm not sure. But I love sitting by the campfire, especially if I got some pool. That would be nice. Minus the heat, though. It might be a little hot for a campfire. All right, so on the 5 ball.
Yeah, he's right in line here for a run out.
Yeah,
the biggest issue is that 7 ball.
Yeah, I think he got a little look. Does the 6 go past the 9? I think it does.
Yeah, it looks like it does.
Yeah, I thought he'd be playing it in the other corner, but he's going in the bottom right with it. And yeah, he can pull back and get nicely on the 7. Just has to draw it a little bit. Actually.
I don't know, actually. It looks like he's got quite a bit of angle. He might have to go forward with this ball.
And he is. Yeah, he's queuing up high.
All right.
3 rails. Look at the spin. So, not just the stroke, but the spin definitely helped taking it around the table. See if we can take a look at that shot after the rack as long as he gets out. And that was nicely hit.
Yeah, pretty solid shot, too, for knowing that you missed the 10 to tie it up last rack. It can be difficult to pull yourself back together on shots that require a little bit extra.
Well, I'll tell you, after missing that last 10 ball, he's been stroking pretty well the last 4 or 5 balls here. I mean, getting perfect shape.
Yeah, we've still got a messed up angle on our instant replay here. I can't.
Yeah, so
we'll have to find our Chris G.
Yeah, I don't know why the replay cam is doing that. I don't know if
I actually feel that I want to go get him right now just so that we can.
Yeah.
Because he's been pretty cool. He's been having those.
He's actually
those highlight reels.
Yeah, he's been putting them out.
And I really like those. So it will be a shame if we don't have those shots. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be right back.
I will hold the fort down. See you in a minute. All right, so Shayne breaks, drops the 8, has quite a few balls go down. Drops 2 balls, has shape on the 1, and this rack looks pretty open here. So we're going to try to go get our technical support, Mr. Chris Guntanis. He's actually playing in the 10-ball tournament tonight. We have weekly minis here. Every Monday is 9-ball starting at 7 o'clock. Every Friday starting at 7 o'clock is our 10-ball. And every Sunday starting at 1 p.m. in the afternoon is our 8-ball. So Bill is asking, how are the Knights and the Kings lists looking? When Mason gets back in the booth here, he can probably give you a better answer on that. I know there's always room for the Kings. We're always looking for, people to sign up. The Knights list is probably a few weeks long at least. I mean, maybe a month or two actually. All right, looking pretty good here. All right, Joseph asking, where's Two Gloves tonight? I'm not sure. Are you referring to Scott? Is that who you're calling Two Gloves? Let me know who you're referring to as Two Gloves. Shayne making quick work of this rack, looking really good here. Pulls it back nicely. And yeah, he looks to be out here. So yeah, Scott wasn't able to make it Father's Day weekend and all. Had some things going on, but he will be back next week for sure, playing the winner of this match. So I hope that answers your question, Joseph. Connie, what's going on? Hope all is well. Connie, thank you. Appreciate it. Mentioning our junior program. We have an awesome junior program, which Connie actually helps out with. I only know one of our juniors, Caden Hillman. I think Mason knows a few more of our juniors, but our juniors are here. I think, Mason, you can talk more about the juniors than I can. Not too familiar with how the program works, but I know there is one here.
Yeah, we've been running that kind of since we started here at the Mad Apples. So, yeah, Caden Hillman is our big star out of that. But we've got Xander Rasmussen. He's Pork Rasmussen's son. He plays really good. We've got Grayson. He's a good player. Some new faces this year, and I haven't been able to spend so much time around to know them better, but yeah, we've had some that have came and went, but really I think it's been good to get the juniors interested. I think at very little we've shown them that it's a good game to play throughout your life.
Yeah, and Joseph we're just talking about Scott Cohen, like where's he at? And Joseph's like, yeah, I think he's in Disneyland with all the winnings from his last few matches or so.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's definitely racking up some money. He's been on quite a few weeks, so. Sandy, how you doing? Good evening. Appreciate you joining us on the stream. And again, folks, if you're out there, please help us out. Just hit that little like button if you're on Facebook or YouTube. And most importantly, share. Make it public. Let everyone know that we are live. And if you subscribe, you just hit that little bell. You'll get a notification anytime we go live or upload a new match. And again, we were talking about it earlier. Myself and Mason earlier today did some of the Derby City matches soon to be released. We did Fedor Gorst, Tyler Steyer, just to name a few names. More to come. Myself and Chris Katanis also did a match the other day, so they should be out shortly. And hope you all enjoy those matches. Joseph, thank you for the like. So yeah, while you're out and about, Shayne tied it up. He had another clean looking run. So after he missed that 10 ball, I mean, he's got it back together. So he recovered very well after missing that 10. So hats off to Shayne for getting right back in this game. After a miss like that, it's not easy.
Yeah, and even right now, knowing that it's 4-4, and you should be up 5-3,
Yeah.
it kind of kills. You're not quite there yet. You're not quite over the hill to try and work it out right.
Rianne Skinador, thank you for the like. Appreciate it.
Oh, he's watching that cue ball like a hawk.
Yeah, that almost another inch it might have went in. So Connie wishing Caden good luck. You said he's down in Vegas right now?
Yes. Yeah, he's playing in the Junior International Championships event at Griff's this week, and then starting next week is the Junior National event, the BEF Championships.
So he went from playing national to international. Yeah, we'll have to definitely follow Caden. Keep the fans up to date on the stream.
He's made some posts on Facebook, so you can go and look at those to try and follow the brackets and things like that.
So Zach takes a 1-game lead. We got a close match here on King of the Hill. Actually, we can take a look at the pool room right now. We got our 10-ball mini going on. Ryan, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. All right, so Mark's been breaking head on, straight at it.
Mark.
I'm sorry, Zach. Oh, my God.
I was like, who is Mark?
Well, he's actually has the same last name as a buddy of
Okay.
mine. Ooh. Dropped 2 balls.
Three
and fell off the table, so that's going to leave a wide open rack here for Shayne to tie it back up. So Billy says Zach's probably the only guy to play with a cue he makes himself. We actually had another gentleman on, a few months ago. He makes his own carbon fiber shafts. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he makes his own cues as well. Where's that one going? All right. So, yeah, rack's looking pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
3, 5, 6, 7. It's all right there. Flirted with the 10 ball there, huh?
Yeah, and he just knows that he wants to leave his. Oh, wow.
That's a confident stroke in the side.
I was gonna say just leave his cue ball there and make it easy, but then he pulls out a 1.5 draw stroke.
Yeah, not easy to do when you got that type of angle on the side pocket. But it made it really easy to get on the 7 for him. I mean, yeah, he looks clean to get out here. Eric Korb saying, Mason, what's going on?
Hello, buddy. Yep. And Susie mentioning that the brackets for Caden Hillman's event in Vegas is up on Digital Pool, the BEF event.
So where's he playing the 8? In the same pocket here? Or is he going to play
I
it in
think
the
you
side?
can just stop shot, but he obviously is going a little wild,
Yeah, playing in the side.
running wild on us. It's working out. It's I think he's kind of clicked into a different gear since he missed that 10 ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing well. And,
Ooh,
see?
commentators.
Yeah. So you just don't see that. Like, you don't see that missing, but that's what MH Penglace, Patin Penglace says. As long as you get out, there's no wrong way.
Yeah.
Came around the 10 nicely.
Yeah, it's like right when you're feeling too good, life goes, no,
Well,
you can't do that.
So when I was in the Marines, we used to say complacency kills.
Yes.
And when you get into a rhythm
Love it.
and you getting used to everything working out and it's flowing,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you let your guard down and you get complacent.
Yeah.
And then that's when it all falls apart.
Yeah, I use that word a lot for people who hear me complain.
Complacency
Yeah.
kills. Oh, it does. It'll bite you.
I've never heard it like that, but I like it. I'll always talk negatively about complacency.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zach is trying to make a little bit of a distance here for the first time in the matchup tonight.
Doing something a little interesting with the cue ball there, too. What was that? See him spinning the ball?
Yep, he was cleaning
Cleaning the ball on the table.
Yep. A lot of players will end up doing that, rolling it back into the end rail, cleans the chalk off.
Which, if our viewers out there are interested in, the table was just refelted not too long ago with Championship Pro or Tour Edition cloth.
Yes. Yeah, we've always used Simonis 860 in our pool hall. That's what's on the rest of the tables here, but obviously Simonis had a flood last year, and a lot of their product is damaged.
I'll tell you, that's what I always had on my pool table, but I just had you guys put the Tour Edition on my table, and I love it. Really nice. Okay, so see if Shayne can come out of that hard miss on the 8. He's done it once before this match. Had a pretty brutal miss and then came back and won 2 racks. See if he can repeat that feat. A little bit of a tester here, though.
Wow, hit it clean.
Right in the drink. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, good speed, too. He left it with shape for the 4.
Yeah, I mean, that opens up this whole rack right now. Just that one shot. I mean, now he can just pretty much get the ball in the center of the table on the rest of his shots here.
Yeah, went a little far there, but he should be okay. I don't think anybody likes when they land straight into the...
No, being straight is tough because you got no angle to work with. But he's able to create a little bit of angle there for himself. But, I mean, almost all these shots are pretty much stop shots, really. I mean, he doesn't have to move the cue ball a lot at all. And he did move it a little bit there. So he's hitting a little bit to the left on the ball here. Bringing it back nicely. Got a little far down, but he's okay. Oh, no, so he's...
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself later.
Yeah, it's like that's the shot that, you know, you make that shot, you're out. You know, it's almost considered his money ball.
Oh, definitely. And that's a couple of games now, and it's really going to bring Zach with a major swing.
Yes.
Once he makes this 10, he'll be up 7-4.
Yeah, and that's a huge swing from 7-4 or 5-6. Jason, appreciate you sharing and liking. Yeah, Billy just said it. That 8 ball's killing. He's cursed on the 8 ball. That's 2 racks in a row now. That 8 did not want to cooperate with him.
Yeah, so Shayne walks away. He's going to take a little break here.
So, yeah, I think at this point, you're missing a few key shots. Maybe go get a glass of water, get some fresh air, mentally recoup. Definitely from the way I'm seeing Shayne play, he's definitely able to keep pace with Zach here.
Thanks for the like, Michael. Zach breaks off again, and again, it is dry.
Dry break. So let's go ahead and take a look at the overhead view. Doesn't really have, I mean, he can maybe see the one here. I don't know. Might have to, he's got a kick at this, I think.
Or a jump.
Yeah, but none of our players like to jump. And we've seen one jump this game, but it unfortunately went into the drink. So what is he doing here? Pushing. Just making a push shot.
I don't think that you can push to that spot against Zach and expect anything.
Yeah, because there's a lot of different safeties he could play from here.
I think he can carry him into the 5, make the 5. He might run out here.
See if it goes down. You're absolutely right. Calls the 5
Got to look
in.
at where that 1 lands.
So that was a key shot on this rack because it kind of opens up. The 2 ball's a little tricky here, though.
Yeah, but he's actually got a lot of spaces to still be okay.
Oh, yeah, some of our viewers were asking about the waiting list for the kings, the jesters, and knights. You are the keeper of the list.
Yeah, actually, it's slowly transferring over to if you can message quick fires public figure page, it's gonna all be in one spot there. Anybody who has signed up with me is on the list. We were still getting through the original list, and so a little bit of organization has to happen with the one next. But you're all in an order of when you've sent a message to me, so don't worry. I've had a lot of worrying people.
Yeah, there's in every stream we do, people are asking,
and everybody just relax, enjoy the game.
Yeah, you'll get called up if you put in a request. You'll be on there.
And it's not like, hey, will you play tomorrow?
No, you get.
It's like,
notice.
hey, you've got 1 week. Does that work? No. Okay, you've got the week after. Or, hey, you're up in 2 weeks. Does that work? So you will get notified. Until then, you've just got to enjoy the matches that we've got, and you are in a specific order. It's just not organized right now because we've got so much of a quantity that we haven't needed it yet. But we are getting closer, so I've been telling people, depending on how early you did sign up, it's anywhere between 1 to 4 months.
Shayne is looking pretty strong in this rack right now. He's getting through it. 8 ball might be a little difficult. I think is going to be the hardest shot on this table for him right now, just because of where he's at position-wise. See how he does to get on the 8 here. Gets on the 8. I think he's going to be good. But again, the 8 ball has been his trouble ball. You know what? I think we just got to stop talking. It's a key miss there again by Shayne. And Kyle asking where Scott is. Well, we're guessing Scott's in Disneyland celebrating all his winnings. Ooh, he got too close. Or no, he's got some room for the 8 there. Not much, but I think he has room to get it down. All right, so Shayne is happy to be back at the table right now. So now what was he looking up at? I don't know.
At our stream, up on the TV there.
Is that what he was looking
Yeah.
at? Okay. Oh, yeah, it is up there. So is that a new edition? I have not seen that.
No, well, I mean, it can go on any TV. But I think we've had the big one off recently, but Chris G must have threw that up there.
Yeah, so after the break, I can show the folks at home when we do the stadium view. Show you guys the big screen. We used to have the big projector out. The players could actually see what they're doing live, which I think is really cool. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was monumental. That's going to cost him.
Yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 of these games probably should be Shayne's.
Yeah, he's just missing really key shots to finish the rack, and you have to finish those shots if you want to take it. And then Zach's just capitalizing on some big missteps by Shayne there. But yeah, folks in the back, they can see the big white screen. We just have the projector up there. It's not running, but the players can see a TV up there to the right. All right, Zach to break. 2 goes down in the drink.
And the 4.
No shot on the 1. Let's look at the overhead here. Second. I think you can clip the 1. Or do you push out here?
He might play the kick safe, kind of kick at the 1, leave the cue ball over by the 3 and the 6. Try and end the 1-up table.
Yeah, he's getting the angle on the kick. So looks like he tried to get it behind the 5, or at least close to. All right, so 1 is available. What's he on next? The 3. The 2 is down. So there is a 3-6 combo, which is going to be a little tricky because where's the 3 going to go? So how you playing this shot? I mean, like, where are you looking at that 3 ball is going to probably be coming back towards, what, the 5 or the 9 almost?
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to hit it kind of a medium pace and not leave too much separation.
Yeah, it's a tricky shot. When you're using your next ball as the ball in the combo, you got to be very cognitive of where it's going because you need to get shape on it. And he would have had shape. No, he wouldn't have. So he gets a little fortunate there. I think the 5 is blocking the 3.
Going airborne.
He doesn't like going airborne, so let's see. So he should like going airborne after that. Leaves the 3 right there in the pocket, right where you want it. Has to make a touchy shot here, though, to get on the 5. So you got to just hit it nice and soft here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good speed. Yeah, looks like he's favored to get out now. Billy saying really appreciates the stream. Absolutely, Billy. We love doing this. And, yeah, we look forward to having you. If you want, tell us where you're from, where you're coming from. In fact, everyone, if you're out there in Facebook land, YouTube land, let us know where you are tuning in from. See who is the farthest away. Do we have anybody in Australia? One time we had somebody from Australia watching. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, Australia.
It's good out there by Zach Marquardt. Trying to claim the king title.
So this is a new thing we have here on the stream. So we're going to put up some player stats. Mason has been doing a pretty good job keeping track. We haven't dialed it in 100%, so if you guys are out there keeping your own stats, don't want to hear it if we're off by a ball or two,
yeah.
you know. But if you look at the unforced errors there, we got...
Those are pretty subjective, too, 13 to 9, but...
Shayne on the left, and we got Zach there on the right. Balls on the break, pretty similar. Don't have any break and runs yet, which is very unusual. on the
Scratches on the
chain.
break. I think we need that kind of stat. We've had too many of those.
Well, I think that was part of the. I mean, I think we'll get better at it over time. And I'll talk with Kendall, share one of my ideas, where we just have a stats guy, and like I could probably come in on Friday and help with the stats as long as we narrow down and take some of the subjectivity out of what is an unforced error or whatnot.
Cool, but that's a nice little
yeah.
feature we've got going on now.
Yeah, trying to incorporate it. But yeah, I think you're doing a pretty good job keeping track of it.
Thank you.
So Zach has an opportunity here. I think he's going to want to take full advantage here. You got Zach halfway to victory lane. And he's pretty much doubled up on you, so Shayne definitely needs a victory here. It's a nice little shot. He's on the 4, but I don't see a home for it. He might have to run it into the 6 here, which is tough because there's some separation between the 6 and the pocket. Oh, wow.
Wow.
There was room for the 4 to go by the 6. Did you see that?
I couldn't have told you that. No.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's the thing when you're sitting up in the booth and being behind the ball. It's a little different perspective. Wow, that was crazy looking. So nice shot there by Shayne. Ooh, but got hooked on the 8 unless he can pull a magical shot again here. Ooh, super chat. Chris, thank you. Appreciate it.
He says, great match, solid commentary.
Chris Gun Tennis.
It's pretty good. Like, I know that's how you pronounce it, but gun tennis. Get it?
Yeah, I was calling him Cutanis. He cut me up. He's like, it's not Cutanis. I'm like, sorry.
Wow. For somebody that doesn't like the jump cue.
Yeah, he's hitting it pretty well. So where's this 7 going? Is it going past the 9? Really got to focus on this shot. That 9 will mess with your mind, and it did not bother him one bit. So yeah, making some nice shots on this rack, and here's the dreaded 8-ball that has been his Achilles heel right now. I say if he makes this ball, he's out.
Oh
man.
Gosh. He's got to get a whole rack of 8 balls.
Yeah.
Just shoot them
Exactly.
for hours.
Just a rack of them. Wow, yeah, there's maybe a mind thing with the 8-ball right now.
It's voodoo.
I don't know. And I hate that I just said it right before he shot. Maybe. Oh, man,
It's all your fault, Patrick.
I know, I just don't even feel good now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, Zach, he's taking full advantage of every mistake that Shayne has made. And that's the reason for the big disparity here right now. Look at that shot. That was beautiful. And takes a 10 to extend his lead by 6. So Zach's starting to kind of walk away a little bit here.
Pretty wild story here in the comments. This Billy says that Mason, my dad, is one of Mason, not to get confused with his dad.
I'm already confused. You lost me.
I'll read it how it is. Mason's dad is one of the reasons I started playing pool 30 years ago at Oshkosh Lanes. Last time I saw Mason in person, he was in diapers.
Holy cow.
Pretty wild there. Maybe someday I'll meet you, man, again.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet, though, when he met you in diapers, you probably had a pool cue in your hand.
Yeah, right.
Or a pool ball or something. That's number 2 or 3 that flew off the table for Zach today, huh? He's coming straight at
Yeah.
it, and the ball's flying off. So, and that's usually due because when you're coming at it straight on, if you're hitting off to the side, that ball will tend to fly off the table.
And that's why I said we need a scratch counter, because it's been quite a few. And I think that it's, like Zach's just trying to maybe run away with the match, get a real solid break, run him out, And when you try to hit the break too hard, that ends up happening a lot.
Yeah, and he dropped 2 balls on that break, I think. So a real good opportunity here. I mean, everything's open. The 3's right after the 2. He's got to play the right shape here. I think there's
pretty good to avoid the side there.
Yep. Now, does he got to push it in between the 7 and the 10 up here? Come off that top rail. He goes in between the 10 and the 5.
Nice shot.
Even smaller window. Wow. So he's making some excellent shots, and the good thing about this rack is there's no 8-ball on the table.
There you go.
It's already done with.
If he gets out, that proves it.
Yeah, that's going to be our running theory here. So, Shayne, if you go back and watch this match and you get out, do like Mason said, go buy a rack of 8-balls.
Yeah, or come here. We'll let you do it. You just got to come at an off hour.
Okay, here it is. This is the money shot right here, right? To get on your last ball. You just got to bear down and make this ball. And he does. And he gets nice on the 10, so nice shot there. Ooh, maybe he rolled a little far. I thought that was going to slow down. Now he's got to bank this, huh?
Oh, God.
I'm saying it's going in. Oh, look at that.
Fired it in.
Yeah, so that's it. Now he's just got to make the 8-ball on the break here, and he should be good. Shayne, we're just playing with you. We love you. You're playing great.
Yeah, you're playing so good that it pains me when you didn't get the racks that you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's just one little error is gonna bite you. So he's coming at it straight too. Both players are breaking straight at it.
Well, and Shayne's done really well though to kind of maintain a little bit of control after some of his mistakes.
All right, did he drop a ball?
No ball.
No ball, so looks like Zach's got the 1. He's going to have to come with a shot to get on the 2 here. What do you think the plan is here to get on the 2?
Kind of get the cue ball right back where it is-ish.
So just draw it straight back?
I think so.
He's loaded up with top.
Whoa.
And did he punch the 5 out? Nope. So that looked like kind of a smash and pray type of shot. I don't know if there was a plan there.
Yeah,
maybe
notice
there was.
Zach likes to break the balls after the balls have already been broken.
Well, it's whatever he's doing is working. Okay, I think he's able to clip a little bit of the 2. Did he call that?
Wow, did he?
I don't know if he called that.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, he called that. A bank carom. And if we got a replay working, yeah, we're going to have to check
We do
that.
now.
Okay, yeah, we're going to have to check that one out again. Because I was like, did he call that? Because it was a callable shot. I mean, it was there. Ooh. Well, now we won't be able to see it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, everyone else at home, if you're on YouTube, you can rewind and watch that shot.
You'll have to check out our highlights reel.
Which will be coming at you short. Chris is doing, by the way, Chris Guntanis is doing an awesome job putting together our highlight reels here at the Mad Apple. They're really good.
They are. I've loved it more and more.
Okay, Shayne with a really good opportunity to get back in this match. Taking this game. And I don't see any problems with the 8-ball because it's sitting right next to the pocket. So Haha D Villers, am I reading that right? I'll just say, or Ha-D, I'll just call you Ha-D. There is no match this Sunday for the Jesters, Queens, or Knights due to Father's Day. So we will be back the week after, though, with those matches. All right, drum roll, Mason. He's on the 8-ball. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we broken past the barrier. But left himself a little tough on the 9 here, though.
I saved it because it was so monumental.
Where is he banking this down?
Wow,
goes
nice
in the
shot
side.
there.
Pressure shot in a small side pocket. So, yeah, Shayne doing a really good job maintaining his composure. Nice little slice here on the 10. Walks over nicely.
All right, nice.
Again, there for our viewers at home, there's some of our stats. We have unforced errors. We got Shayne on the left and Zach on the right. So Shayne with a few more errors. Looks like Zach has the advantage with balls on the break. And Shayne to break here. Nicely controlled cue ball there. 1 drops in the drink. Where is the 2-ball sitting?
No good.
Yeah, probably going to push out here maybe.
I probably maybe agree with you.
Yeah, because I don't see a real good safety getting at it. So, yeah, he's probably putting it on the rail here.
Yep, we talked about that a lot today.
Yeah.
Leave Zach only the top half of the ball to work with, really.
I'm betting that Zach is going to take this shot. He says, I don't mind the ball being on the rail. I make these shots no problem. All right. So that brings Shayne back to the table. Doesn't have a good look at the 2. Where did he just call?
Down in the bottom left corner, I believe. I
So
feel that he should go to the side.
Yeah, I'm like, the ball's sitting right in front of that pocket. I mean, you just got to really touch it in. I think going down, that's a tough shot. And if that's the shot he's doing, I think you got to come off that side rail to hit it. Makes it a little bit easier. He comes off the side rail, just like I said.
Wow.
Look at that.
What a shot.
I finally called something. Yeah, beautiful shot there by Shayne. Tough shot.
Odd. It was an odd shot. Like, why pick the corner? But
yeah, I thought the side was an easier shot, don't you think?
Definitely.
Maybe it was the shape. Maybe he didn't like the way he was going to get shape on the 3. Because, yeah, what would he have had if he would have dropped it in the side? That cue ball would have really rolled to kind of the middle of the bottom of the table, maybe.
Here we've...
Ooh, look, it just hit that perfect. Oh, I'm looking at the other side here.
Yeah, I was going to say
I'm looking at the replay. So, yeah, back to the game, the live stream here. Sorry, folks. We got Zach back at the table on the 4-ball with the 5-ball hiding. So he might try to run into it here. Nope, just playing safe behind the 9 and fell a little short. Now, Mason, what do you do here?
Pick you combo at the 410.
410, you go for it?
Yeah.
Let's see, folks.
Oh, here's a look at our replay from the kick shot.
Yeah, but not during the shot. Hold on.
Well,
did we miss it?
No.
Okay, here
you
it
gotta
is.
switch. Yeah.
Okay. We got our producer down there doing some stuff.
Did he call that?
No way.
He walked away with it like he did.
He did. Oh, my God. So let's take another look at that. All right, look at this. 410 combo bank for the win. We're going to call that the shot of the game right now. Beautiful shot there by Shayne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
I mean, I saw the 410 combo, so I was asking you to go in the corner, and Shayne was like, well, I'll throw a bank in there as well.
Yeah.
So beautiful shot.
Anything to avoid that 8-ball.
And look at that. Now he's within 3 games, within striking distance. Let's take a look at the overhead view. Look at the spread of the balls here. Drops a few balls down. And what's he on the 3 ball right now? Yep, on the 3, wide open here. Wide open table. So I think you might see a break and run here. This could be our first break and run of the match. Just needs a nice shot here. Okay, 4 goes down, gets nice on the 5. I don't see any problems here.
Yeah, he's looking smooth again. Getting weary with that 8-ball approaching though.
let's not even talk about the 8-ball anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. So Tim Clark says Shayne probably makes those 8-balls if he drops the sandals with the socks. Wow. I didn't I don't even notice it until he just brought it up. But thank you for pointing that out, Tim. One last shot here. Oh, and he decides. Yeah, I don't know about that shot. I either would have pulled back or tried to keep it on the rail. I think that's what he was trying to do, keep it on the rail. But even playing it all the way up, that's kind of a tough shot there. Oh, no. Yeah, I think he navigated that whole rack nice all the way up until he got from the 9 to the 10. He just kind of didn't hit it right.
Man, I'll tell you though, maybe even like 6 of Zach's 11 games.
Yeah.
Might be Shayne's. Supposed to be.
Well, Shayne, he did all the work in that rack. Zach got the reward, though.
Right. I mean, we all know how good Zach plays, but I think he's being handed this match.
Fred, what's going on? How you doing?
Good evening.
So yeah, if you look at that's the big difference in the game is the unforced errors here.
Here Zach goes with the break off. We'll see if his patented cue ball on the floor routine will continue.
I like how we got to see Zach cleaning the ball there. Fred, appreciate the like.
Kept the cue ball on. Look at all that spin.
Still spinning.
What is that?
Still spinning. All right, so it looks like it'd be kicking at the 1 here. But where's the 2 ball at? Might have to go to the overhead view here. Let's look at the layout here. Okay, there's 2 ball. It's up there on the side.
So he's going to play a safety.
Yeah, probably getting that cue ball way back up to the top of the tip. No, it's going by the 7 and the 5. Pretty good. Just got to spin it into the 1. Now, was that 1 locked on the rail or no?
Too late to tell.
Yeah.
Goes to the shooter.
Okay, got a safety battle going on here. That 1 has not really moved much. So see if you say a very similar safe here. Same exact safe. We got a little deja vu going. Okay, so now he's going to be able to get this cue ball up table by thinning the 1, trying to keep it behind the 9, but it's going to poke its face out, I think. Yep, and I think he does leave Zach a shot here.
I would have taken a second and looked around. That 1-9 kind of looked dead into the corner if he kicked at it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at how he spun that over. If I was from Boston, I'd say he had a wicked amount of spin on that ball.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Back to the slow play.
What's Tim Clark saying about the sandals again? Can't read it.
He said, just joking, of course, but myself, I can't play pool wearing sandals. He needs shoes. Sure is making some nice shots now. Pretty impressive.
Well, Shayne's made some incredible shots tonight, but he's also had a few blunders, you know?
Yeah, I personally would say he's playing better than Zach. It just, the score line isn't there.
So, yeah, he's got to come off the rail here. Don't know what the plan is here, though. What are you thinking here, Mason?
Ooh, he's calling the kick.
Calling it off the rail. Up in the right. This is tough. Jeez, and he had the angle to do it. He overhit it.
I thought we were going to have to start calling him the magician.
Well, I mean, that shot right there is just like a shot that someone like Efron you'll see make. You know, I mean, now those are tough when they're that far off the rail. You know, when they're a little closer to the rail, they're a little easier to judge coming off like that. But when they're 4 inches off the rail, that's tough. Okay, playing safe and getting safe. Okay, Zach's calling the kick in the upper left corner.
Shayne.
Shayne, I'm sorry. Somebody needs to kick me out of the booth.
Yeah.
I've been in the booth all day, so
Yeah.
forgive me, folks.
It has. It's been a long day.
I think going on 8 hours or 6 hours in the booth here. So Shayne, I apologize. Zach back to the table.
Nice little roll down there.
Yep, has to bring it back down for the 4. Good speed there. Does he have angle here? Yes, he does. Small little window on the 5 if he's holding. And
He got it.
got it, yeah. Not a small window, it's a decent sized window, but nice stop to get on the 6.
On the overhead, the cue ball almost landed right in the O on Clarion. That would have been sweet.
The Clarion, one of our sponsors here on the stream, which is talk a little bit about the Clarion. They're the hotel connected to the Mad Apple Burgers and Billiard Company, located in Appleton, Wisconsin, on West College Avenue. And just a few months ago, refurbished a whole bunch of rooms, correct?
Yeah, and it's pretty good. They're planning on getting all of them, and they also have a saltwater pool.
Saltwater pool, that means you can float without water wings.
Yeah. And the best part of it is it's all it takes is opening a door, and you're in the lobby.
Yeah, they got a nice little pool area. And the cool part, too, if you sign up for King of the Hill, you get a free night stay at the Clarion.
That's right.
Some of our other sponsors, we'll talk about JP Shower Custom Cues, which the Stonemason, you are sponsored by JP Shower, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, great company.
Awesome. I've owned JP Shower Cues since 1994, I think.
Very good.
Yeah, my first cue that I actually invested some money back in the day when you're a young kid and you put, some of your hard-earned dollars on a cue, you do your research.
Yeah.
And I played with a few on JP Shower for some reason. I just love the feel of them, and I haven't owned another cue since. So
I agree with you. There's some solid work.
Wow, that cue ball just came right back and fired back. So, but did he break dry?
No, he got one there. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at the overhead. Not great position here.
I think he can maybe do a little mini masse, but not much on the
three ball. He's got to get to the three because I think the two went down. You were right. He was able to get to it and has a shot on the three.
Went way further than I thought he could, too.
Yeah, he might have to carry him this. I don't know. Can you cut this on the side?
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a very good shot here. So, again, like to thank everybody for joining us. We got a whole bunch of viewers with us. Appreciate y'all. Again, like and share. Help us out here at the stream. Keep this thing rolling. Still haven't seen where anyone's from. Let us know. We're looking to see who's the farthest away. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, and we've seen a few ask about Scott Cohen.
Scott will be back next week. He's taking a week off for Father's Day weekend. He has been our reigning champion for umpteen weeks. I don't want to get that one wrong, but I know it's 5 or more. Had a break in between one, so this is his second break. Up there's Scott.
Speak of the devil.
Scott's liking. Appreciate you, Scott. Look forward to seeing you next week. Seeing if you can retain your reign.
Wow. Zach Marquardt.
I just witnessed an amazing shot. But it doesn't really have shape on the 4 here. I think you have to see the jump cue.
Tommy Stone is tuning in from Canton, Texas.
Texas. What's going on in Texas right now? A lot of hot weather, probably.
Big things. Always.
Been to a lot of states. I haven't been to Texas yet.
I haven't either. And I would say I've been to quite a few also.
Okay. So here we go. 2 balls dropped. So I think Shayne is going to want to take this shot. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Does have the option to give it back, but I don't think you'll see it happen. Ron, thank you for the like. Really appreciate you. So you think that 4 balls should be stopping right there on the side pocket?
Yeah,
and
I think, yeah.
Wants to get that cue ball back up a little bit to the center of the table maybe, or no? No, he's pushing the 4 down. Okay.
Fair enough. Little extra step, but...
Yeah, but he's got to get on that dreaded 8 ball. But the 8 is pretty good on the 10. Because does the 8 go past the 9? That is a question. Because if it doesn't, then you probably want to get on the 8-10.
That'll be better for Shayne anyway.
Yeah.
Because then you're not shooting the 8.
Well, he's playing for the 8. I think he says it does go by the 9, or he's playing for the 8-9.
Yeah.
Oh, he
That
played
was smooth.
Yeah, he played that good.
Well done.
So I tell you, for as many opportunities as Zach has taken, Shayne is still keeping the pressure on here.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I don't think Zach feels safe at all right now.
Right.
Shayne is within striking distance.
Yeah, and really, in my opinion, if he gets those games back, he's definitely, no doubt about it, giving Zach a run for his money.
And if you look at some of the stats, balls and the breaks, they're about even, so they're breaking roughly the same. The errors is the biggest difference in the game right now. Difference of 6. And
He caught me yawning.
oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that. That's contagious.
Another ball down on the break for Shayne.
And he's able to get at the one, but it's not a very favorable shot here. So you can cut it into the corner, but what does that leave you? Should be able to get on the 2. It all depends on, does the cue ball go between the 3 and the 4? It does, and gets on the 2.
Nice little bump.
Yeah, nice little shot there. Playing a little one pocket.
We got Kenneth Glover joining in from Orange Beach, Alabama.
I have been to Alabama. Interesting down in Alabama, I must say.
That's what I hear.
Why, yeah. Wisconsin could almost be considered its own country in some spots. Alabama's kind of like that. All right, yeah, not a lot of issues here with this rack. So it looks like he's going forward here. Okay, stop. That's what I like, is the stop right there. I thought he was hitting at the top of the ball, and I was wondering why.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If Shayne gets out and ends up pulling this match out, it'll be quite the performance.
Well, Scott made a prediction earlier, Scott, our champion, on what the score was going to be. I'd have to scroll up to the top. But he didn't say who he picked, I don't believe.
But I think he said 18-9.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
Here comes the 8.
I think there's no issues here. He just rolls up. Does he roll up or does he pull back here? Rolls up.
Nice. And 10 down.
Boom. Take a look at some of our player stats here, where Mason's doing a pretty good job keeping them. So still no table runs, which is very, very unusual here on King of the Hill. Normally you see quite a few table runs by this point in the game. Balls in the break, they still look pretty even. I think, again, the biggest difference still is the errors. But I think Shayne is clawing his way back here. So Shayne to break. And they've both been coming at it straight. Both of them pretty much every rack here. Ooh, the 2-ball kicked the cue down to the bottom of the table. Dry break.
Yes, it is. It's the stonemason on the mic with Patrick Glynn commentating tonight from the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company in Appleton. Watching a good matchup here for our Friday night King of the Hill. Zach Marquardt.
Yep.
Versus Shayne Winkel, and he's putting up quite the fight.
I tell you, mentally, the way Shayne is staying in the game is very, very impressive. Really keeping it together. Where I think a lot of other players.
Wow.
Ooh.
Do you see that? It bent off the rail there.
But yeah, like I was saying, Shayne mentally has done a phenomenal job staying in this game with just the way some of it has gone.
Yeah, I agree. It's very easy to just throw in the towel.
3 going all the way down. Hit that nicely. So see if Zach can put together a run here. So now we are not counting runs after the break, correct? We're just counting break and run.
Right.
Okay. That's the way I like it.
Yeah, I think we'd have a lot more run-outs.
Got really good shape on the 5 to get to the 6 here. Ooh, he put a really big stroke on that. I think he hit that harder than he needed to. I thought he could have just hit it nice and softly. But the 5's hiding, so did not leave anything for Shayne here.
What a roll.
So where you like coming off, the bottom rail or the top rail here?
The top rail. Try and hide the cue ball behind that 7
Yeah, and
best I can.
I like that shot too, because if you come from the bottom rail, you got to get in between the 7 and the rail.
Oh, nice. Look at the top angle view. We finally got the cue ball
Right.
even closer
Right.
to that O.
Almost right dead center in the Clarion.
My OCD loves that.
I just heard an awesome little saying about OCD. Because I don't know, people say I'm OCD, you know, we're putting everything. And I like the way they analogized OCD. He's like, you all call it OCD. I call it putting crap back where it goes.
Literally.
And I'm like, you know what? That's actually very, very true.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
OCD.
like called I like things in its place.
Yeah. It just makes life easier.
Yeah. But the cue ball being in the O on a random video might be a little
Yeah,
a little borderline there.
Yeah, might need to seek medical attention.
Yeah. Nice safety there.
So yeah, he thinned that really good. Got the cue ball to the rail. Would have been even nicer if it would have locked onto the 6, but I think he's still pretty good here. Again, probably going to choose to come off the top rail. Or no, maybe the bottom rail, actually, because the 5 is below the 7. He's looking at the top rail. What is Andrew saying about the Clarion logo?
The Clarion O is the the new DVD logo in the corner to watch. Like when it's cycling because it's loading, and it would go and just barely not quite get the corner.
That's like a techie thing, right? I don't know.
Well, it's like if you watched a movie and then it took so long. You don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, wow. It's like any time a movie was loading and the DVD thing would just bobble slowly around the screen.
God, I haven't watched a DVD probably. DVDs are like records now.
I know. It's almost going to be like, what's a DVD?
Yeah, I mean, they're like VHS tapes. They're just gone now.
Yeah.
Because everything is streamed now.
Digital.
Like Mad Apple Xstream. We're not on DVD. We're on stream.
Wow.
Ooh, did he get it?
I think he got the hit.
That was close.
It's pretty close, but I do think he got the hit.
Yeah, they're going to call it a hit. It was close.
Close enough.
So what does Zach have to work with here? Looking at the overhead. In the 5s, he's jumping. See, here's the challenge because he's got to jump so far. It's very easy to jump off the table here. So
Looks
where
like
do you
he's jumping full cue too.
Yeah, and where do you like to put this cue ball down? At the 5, or do you try to hit it short, or right into the 8? So ball in hand here for Shayne.
He's letting Shayne back in, yeah.
Yeah.
Zach's in big trouble because the 8 ball is not on the table.
Well, I think Shayne has worked his way past the 8 ball at this point.
I agree with you.
I think maybe it was like the first 6 games he struggled with the 8, and I think he's worked himself out of it.
That's my only point. He might have won this match with this out here if the early games he was able to capitalize on.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just the 8 too. I mean, he missed a key 10 ball shot too that one game. It was just brutal.
Right.
And Zach, all he had to do was just pot it right in. So pretty routine out here. 7-9 in the same pocket. 10 is probably going to go in the upper right corner or maybe the side. See where he... Ooh! Jeez. See, those are the mistakes that is going to cost him this match. You can't miss that shot. And that went by, right? That could go by clean, would you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to cost him a match here. Unless where's this cue ball going?
Yeah.
Where's
Maybe, right? I don't know.
See, and then I think Zach got a pretty good roll on that. Nicely played on the 10 ball. I like that shot.
I feel for you, Shayne, when you watch this later. It's tough.
Pool is not an easy game. It's not an easy game, and it. You know what? I compare it to golf a lot. A lot of people always compare it to golf because it could be so frustrating. It's just the little tiny mistakes can bury you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about how do you mentally come over this.
Yeah, and in that regard, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not counting Shayne out yet, even though
I'm not either.
Zach is getting close. He's within 5 games. If Shayne keeps the mental attitude that he has, he's right back in this match.
Yeah, definitely.
We're getting
The patented
Yeah, so I think we need
Zach break.
we need to have a stat for that, not just scratch, but balls off the table on the break, because that's number like 4, I think, for Zach.
Yeah, at least.
At least
Yeah.
4. Dave,
A like from Dave Stafford.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, tons of viewers tonight too. Thank you for tuning in here at Mad Apple.
Yeah, excellent match. It's getting down to the wire here, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a very exciting match if it goes hill-hill. I'm actually rooting for it to go hill-hill. Vincent, thank you very much. Appreciate the like. All right, so what kind of issues you see? I don't see a lot of issues on this rack. Got off the 6 ball. 4 goes down. He's got to watch the side pocket, I think, here.
Well, and this is another ball a little tight to the
10.
to the 10, and we just saw that 7 kind of take him down from that.
Yeah, but he seems to adjust well. After missing a shot, he seems to make incredible shots. Yeah, you were right on the 10. It was kind of in the way. It might have went. It was tight. Kevin, appreciate the like. Thank you very much. Derek is asking if these are Zach's cube or billiard balls. You mentioned they're a Predator.
Yeah, we need a couple more words in your question. But
yeah,
yes,
I'm not gonna read the question the way it's written.
they are Predator Arcos.
I'm glad I didn't read that. That would have been pretty silly.
Not on camera.
I'll let our viewers at home read it. Get a chuckle. Okay, to get within 3.
Yeah, really. I mean, he's got a chance here.
He's got to come off the rail. See, he just went a little. Ooh, is he going to the 710 here?
He's got to.
The 710 is there, folks. But it's a risky shot. It's a risky shot. I would have liked to see him just play shape on the 7 down on the right. But now I think he's got to go. He's carrying into it, I think. He's going to go for the carom here.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do, too, if I was shooting.
Nails it.
Clean.
All right, pressure shot there. We're going to take another look at that one. It's a nice little carom shot here. Tommy, thank you for the like.
Yeah, well done, really.
Wow, somebody just turned the music up.
I'm sorry, but that's not going to work.
Yeah, you're going to have to maybe step out of the booth here.
The savior, Chris G.
I mean, I love the song, but
So do I. I was like trying to hold back from singing.
Yeah, but I mean, we got a high stakes money match going on. Don't really want the music thumping like that. I think our viewers at home probably could have heard it.
Yeah. Name that song. If you name it correctly. I don't know. Good for you.
Looks like we got a little bit of a player break going on. And Shayne back within 3, so tight match we got.
Yeah, and speaking of music, we've got a question that says, do you have a favorite song or type of music that inspires you to play well and focus? Shayne responded with, not a music guy when playing. What? But when practicing, Mac Miller, R.I.P.
I got a funny story about music and playing pool. So me and my brother, we play all the time together. We keep a race going or whatnot.
Okay, that's cool.
And part of our playing is we always try to shark each other. There's always something we're trying to do to get at each other.
Sure.
And when he wins a game, he's got this song that he puts on. And I don't know the name of the song, but it's something that goes like, all I do is win,
Yeah.
all I do is
That's by
yeah.
yeah.
And every time
DJ
he gets
Khaled.
he gets a game and he just starts playing, I'm like, I just shake my head. I'm like, hey, you got to do it every single time. Kind of.
Well, we've got a winner, Brett Stewart. Chop suey.
So they were able to hear it outside the
Yeah.
booth. That's how much they pumped it up.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at the stats here.
Yeah, and Zach's response on favorite song or type of music, he just put house music.
So we got 17 unforced errors by Shayne, which is pretty big difference in the game right now. I would say that's cost him way more than 3 games, and he's only down by 3.
Yeah.
So I would say that cost him at least
6
I think or 7 games. At
I
least.
think 6 at the beginning, plus the couple right there. I think it was more like 8. I think Shayne might have had this match won already if he took all the opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, he just had so many. I mean, it's hard to keep track of which ones actually. I mean, he sold out quite a few racks.
I really do feel that it's like almost match over type scenario had he gotten them.
And we'll take a look at our player profiles here. So here we have this is Zach's profile. It's 33, Fargo 693 from what was that?
Mandeville.
Mandeville. Okay. And there you go. His cue is made by himself. Marquardt Custom Cues.
Favorite player, Roberto Gomez. Great guy. He's hilarious.
All right. And who is your favorite player?
My favorite player?
Yeah.
Ooh. Probably Feder Gorst, if I'm going to be real. I don't normally have a favorite player, but a lot of admirable factors from him.
I love watching. I think out of all the players I know, I love watching his stroke the best.
Mm-hmm.
He's got just phenomenal mechanics.
And here's Shayne's player profile.
31.
He plays with a Pat Davini.
Oh, I've heard of those cues before.
Yep, they're a common cue in the Midwest here. Plays with the Keelwood shaft.
favorite player, James Arness.
Uranus, yeah.
Uranus, okay.
Yeah, and he had some troubles with his visa, so he's not been around for quite a while now. Really unfortunate what's going on with the out of country players, some of them.
Yeah, and interesting about Fedor Gorst, because everything that was going on in the Ukraine, he was banned or something from
Still is.
a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
But the interesting fact, this year alone, he's still the lead moneymaker from going tournament to tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He still is in the lead as far as like prize money.
Yeah.
Just by
monster.
I mean, it's just like, it's monstrous to think about. He's missing a lot of the big major tournaments with the big pays.
Yeah.
But still cashing on top.
Really, earlier we mentioned, I think he did something unprecedented at the Derby.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. That is crazy.
He won 2 of the 4 events and got in the finals of the other event that he lost.
Yeah, he took Banks and One Pocket. He won. He got second place on the Bigfoot Challenge with 16 of the best players in the world. Took second to Joshua Filler, and then finished all the way at the top in the 9-ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that goes
like
down.
Probably, 5th, 6th place in the
in the
9-ball.
Yeah, which has got to be the most dominant performance at the Derby City.
Or maybe any tournament. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and and it was awesome to meet Fedor. Very humble guy.
Yeah, super down to earth.
Andrew saying Kings are 600 plus. That is absolutely correct. However, if you feel up to the challenge and you are below, you can always come up and challenge. We've had 500 players on the Kings before.
Yeah, a few times, really.
Yeah, Brett was asking what's the minimum Fargo for this tournament. Generally, it's
0.
Yeah, you anybody can challenge, but generally you're going to see 600 level players.
Or really, I've got to say, even in the negatives, because Fargo gives a negative score sometimes. So.
Somebody showed me one on Fargo. I was like, how is that even possible? It's possible because it exists.
That must mean they're so bad that balls come up on the table when they shoot.
That's funny. You made me lose my bearing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what Shayne can do with ball in hand here. I mean, he could get another one back. There's the 3. Got to get to the 5, no problem. The 6 is done. 6 to the 7 might be a little tricky. So Mason's going to step out here, so I'm going to hold the 4 down. He's got the 5 all the way down in the corner, and all he has to do is pretty much roll back down table. Following his 5, it should bring him over to the right side of the table. Give himself a little bit of angle on the 6 so he can get back to the 7. Does not want to get straight, does not want to get to the bottom of the table. Just does not want to get to the bottom of the table. See, he would have been all the way at the bottom. That would have been tough. The good news there is it's going to be a tough shot for Zach here. 6 is blocking the 5. All right, Zach walking around the table. He's trying to see if he can come off the top rail. I mean, if he goes on the top left rail, I don't see what the plan is here. He's probably going to put a lot of spin on this, come between the 8 and the 10, and it's a very good attempt. He had to put a lot of spin on that to get it to move in between the 8 and the 10. Leaves the 5 open in the side here for Shayne. Now, he can either try to put a stroke on it and draw back, kind of get pro side, or follow and give himself just a little bit of a tougher shot on the 6 here. I think he's going to want to follow this. And he does. And nipples it out. Frustrating. So yeah, Shayne is a little frustrated with that shot. That's one he should have dropped. Opens a table up here for Zach. But he is on the rail, so it's going to be hard for him to draw on this shot. And he's going to have to jack up, which is going to make this shot a little bit more difficult. Yeah, it makes the shot difficult when you got to jack up like that. And the 5 looks to be safe. So Shayne's going to have to come up with some type of safety here. Unless he can find a shot here. Let's take a look on the overhead. The 5 is locked on the 6 there. It's kind of a key shot here. Any misstep, I mean, he could be selling the rack out. The problem with thinning the 5 is you could possibly leave a 5-6 combo. Looks like he's going to try to kick at a 5-6, taking the 6 in the corner. Looks to be wired almost, but I don't know. It does not look wired. And he hit the 6, so it's going to be ball in hand. And it went down in the drink. All right, Zach has ball in hand, and the 6 looks like a little bit of a trouble ball here. Unless it goes by the 8, I don't have a very good look at it. On the overhead, it looks like he has a half a pocket, and you'd have to follow forward onto the 7. He does. So nice shot there. Didn't have much to work with.
Zach's tummy hurt.
Came a little far out on the 8, so he's going to have to go around the 10 ball here, I think. Yep, comes around the 10 ball. And just stun over, maybe, to take the 10 in the top right here? Or do you take it in the top left right? He draws. Yep.
the top left right.
The top left right.
It's been a long day, huh?
I am your brother's, cousin's, former's, nephew's, roommates. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, right, literally.
Yes, it has been a long day.
All right, within 4 now, Zach.
Taking a 4-game lead. It was within 3, so extending. 4 games to go. Can Shayne put together 4 racks? That is the question. That's what he needs to do.
Well, I know he can. Let's see if he does.
Yeah. So he did have a little bit of an error. He was trying to kick at a 5-6 combo.
Okay.
One rail. It was pretty much there. I mean, it was a pretty easy hit. He ended up missing and hitting the 6 first. So gave Zach ball in hand, and he was able to find his way out there. Veronica, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Sorry about the view there, folks. We missed the break. But it looks like Zach did drop a ball. Has shape on the 1.
Nice shot.
But where is the 2? Has he got the 2? Okay, do we got our first break and run of the match here? Let's see.
I'm going to love to press that up button.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to here because there is the 4 to the 5 doesn't look too bad, and everything right now is wide open. Ooh, I think you got a nice bump there. So natural shape to the 6. I think that is it 8. No, 8's not in the way. You should be fine here.
Brett Stewart says that he wants to go to America for a few tournaments, but it's like pulling teeth to get your passport renewed in Canada right now. And I've heard that, actually. I've got a couple buddies from Canada, and they were saying how difficult crossing the border was, and then passport stuff too. So,
well, I know to get into Canada, I'm actually trying to go to Canada right now myself.
Oh no, Shayne, what was that?
Yeah. Well, Zach just had a misstep with the 5 ball. I thought he was going to take it in the side to get shape on the 6. He played it all the way down, missed. But he's back at the table, so it's here nor there. But yeah, I'm trying to get into mechanic myself, but I found out all these rules about COVID restrictions.
Yes.
You got to be vaccinated. You got to have proof and all. And I'm just
Yep.
like, what is going on?
Yep.
I think that's their president. What is it, Boudreaux or I don't know how to say his name. Bordeaux or
I don't know.
yeah, something like that. Boudreaux or not a fan of him. Okay, well here we go. Shayne, opportunity. Can he see? Yeah, he can see the 8 here, right? Tricky shot to get on the 9 though. He's got to play the right speed here.
Nice shot there.
Andrew said commentary cursed the table run. There's no such thing. I don't believe in that. Trudeau, that's right. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. Trudeau. All right. Shayne taking another game, getting back within 3. Now he's just got to put a 3-pack together. Tie it up.
Zach's got the pressure on him, man. Really does. Because Shayne's holding it together real well with all that.
Absolutely. My hat's off to Shayne. I mean, just keeping your composure right now is got to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. And, a few times it's been volleyed back and forth, and to do that again and again and still somewhat be in the match,
yeah,
pretty good.
JJ says, looks like somebody greased up the cue ball. Ooh, look at the break. He's controlling the cue ball well on the center of the table for the most part. So drops a ball. The 1 is sitting right there in the corner.
Can't get any easier.
Yeah, I mean, he does. I don't think he has a path to the 1. Can he get in between the 2 and the 5?
I think it goes straight through there. Shape will be a little tough.
It's so hard to look at it on the over. Oh, yeah, if I'm looking straight down at it right now, it goes all day. You can see a big gaping gap there, but on the overhead, it looks tight. So, yeah, looking straight down at it. Everyone's correcting me on the pronunciation of the minister's name there in Canada. Okay, what do we have here? We have the 3. Where is the 4? So I don't think he can hold it for the 4. So what do you got to do here? Do you got to
just like a little bump, yeah.
Bump it over, bump the 4 over to the corner pocket? Oh, and he got a little help on the 7 too, so yeah, but the cue ball came a little high.
Yeah, I think that's right. A comment on Shayne's mentality being really strong tonight. His mental game has been pretty impressive, and how he's shooting great 90% of the time. It's a feat that he has his cue in one piece.
Oh, and he was able to get that 4 to go. That was a nice shot. And Andrew, yeah, the fact that you bring that up lets me know you have been watching this whole entire match.
Yeah, regardless of the result tonight, you're going to be upset about the early misses, but you got to feel pretty good that you're still in there.
Comes around nice onto the 7. That was a nice shot. Okay, so here it comes. He's going to get on this 8 ball. And we are not going to talk about the 8 ball shot.
Ooh, he could have pulled a little further back, really.
Yeah, but he's nice just to float down, come off the bottom rail. I like coming off the bottom rail here. slow, let it kill the ball, like just perfect. I like that. And then you could either come back off the top rail or draw back, whatever you feel like doing here, I think. It's coming off the top rail.
He's playing clean, man, I'll tell you.
Just ease it in.
Pretty impressed. I didn't know how tonight would go, but he's holding together really nicely.
I'll tell you what, though. Zach and Shayne both playing well. This is an exciting match. I mean, 12-14, it doesn't get much closer. And it could be wide apart one way or the other. Zach could have ran away with this match. But Shayne's mentality has kept him in this game. Let's take a look at our break view here. Watch him control the cue ball. See if it stays in the middle of the table. It'll like come back and then roll forward. See how it stays right there in the middle of the table? Really nicely done.
Yeah, he hit that one about as good as you need to.
Yeah, it's just the control, how the cue ball comes back a little bit and then it rolls forward to stay right there in the center of the table. Drops the ball and has shape on the one. All right, Mason stepping out for a second one more time. Go to our dual view. And for the folks of you that don't know how our dual view works, if you look on the there's our overhead of the shot. They again on the right side of the screen, so you can see it from above and from an angle. And it also gives you an instant replay if you miss something, because sometimes you take a second glance at a shot like what just happened. Okay, so looking pretty size to do. Pulls back. Everything is in the open form here. So may have a break and run. That's probably one of the better breaks we've seen of the game. Not trying to jinx it or anything. Not that I believe in it. But he's looking pretty primed to get out here. He's got the 7 on the side. 8. He's got to get on it good. Flirted with the corner there a little bit, but nothing to worry about. So I like coming off the rail first here, maybe a little bit. I think you'll see him come off the bottom rail first into the 8. See what he does here. Nope. Goes straight at it with a lot of draw. Gets perfect on the 10. So here we have a break and run, barring any missteps on the 10. So really nice out there by Shayne. Break and run. First one of the game. So really, really clean run there. Which brings Shayne to within 1. Zach might be feeling a little bit of pressure now. He's pretty much had a 3-game lead this entire match. Let us know at home if the stream is lagging. We'd appreciate a little more feedback. It's running well here on this end. So you just missed a nice out there by Shayne. Break and run, first one of the match.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you were out there watching?
Yeah, and you marked it. Oh, you got the honor.
Yep. Yeah, so you got the honor of all this stuff.
Yeah, right. It was pretty killer.
Kyle saying, let's go Wink. All right. Zach getting nice and safe. He's calling a one ball in the corner. What is he trying to kick at this?
Yeah, it does say that very bad lagging, and
Oh, that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to get.
he's over here
Chris?
now. He's working on it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got somebody checking it out, seeing what's going on with the stream. Appreciate you guys letting us know. So yeah, I mean, within one right now. All right, so what is Zach doing here? Is he coming off the rail into the one? All right, does leave a shot for Shayne though. One past the 7, or is he going to combo here? Looks like he's going 1-7 combo, which is nice.
Nice shot.
Yeah, pushes the 1.
He's got a chance here to still take this match, man.
Yeah, but how does he get on the 2 here? He's going to be coming off
With
the rail.
some right English. I think you bump into it.
Bump into it and send the 2 over to the pocket.
That's what I'd do. I don't know about.
And you called it correctly. Just
Thought he would have gotten a little more on that.
but you know what? He's got the 2 on the side, so he's just got a difficult shot to get on the 3 here, though. I mean, can you follow this enough without double hitting? You got to poke at it. Yeah, look at that poke shot.
Oh, don't do it to him.
Yeah, just hit the 5 on the wrong side. Got in his way. Yeah, everybody appreciate letting us know. We got Chris Guntanis is working on it right now. See if he can get us back up and running. All right, Shayne trying to kick for the 3 ball here. Look at this shot. Ooh. Would have been nice. Bring Zach back to the table. I think he's going to elect to probably play safe here. Unless he wants to get risky and try to bank that past the 4. It's a tough shot. There's a lot of good saves here. He can get behind this 8 ball if he wants to. Looks like he is trying to do something, but I like getting behind the 8. Just nice and soft. See what he does. Yeah, getting behind the 8, just like I said, and he rolled a little out, but I think the 8 is still kind of blocking.
You know, I really, really, really agree with this comment here, Daniel Herdina. He says, now this is a match players need to watch. At AA, even, hanging tough with a strong master. This is what pool is about. Refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I almost get chills reading it because it's just the straight facts.
Yeah, I mean, the way Shayne's playing is almost like it's almost like a written script. Like, you can't write it better right now. The way he's staying in this match. It's kind of like watching Rocky fight Apollo Creed. You know, he's just kind of getting beat up, and at the end of the match, he's still in it. He's right there. So
it is, man. Well said, Dan.
Yeah, so is it Dan or Danielle?
Daniel.
Daniel. I can't. No glasses again. But yeah,
Daniel Herdina. He's a strong player in his time. He's out of Green Bay.
We'll give him the honors of comment of the night.
Yeah.
And John, thank you for the like. Really appreciate it. All right, nice kick shot there.
Give it to him. Give a little love.
Yeah, might have to take another look at that one. And that's the thing. I mean, Shayne has just made some incredible shots tonight, but has also missed some really
Yeah.
rudimentary shots.
Well, and the total honesty of it is that's kind of the difference between
like a real master player.
the caliber.
Yeah, the
level.
consistency. Yeah, that's why I get frustrated when I play you, because it's just lights out. you don't miss a shot.
Oh my gosh, another kick.
God.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, this is getting insane here. I mean, if he gets out here, he's going to take this in the side. Got to hit nice speed here to get on the 6, I would think. Look at the speed. I like it. I like it so far. Look at it, right in line.
Yeah, hats off to you, my man. You're playing good.
Yeah, I like it so far, but it's going to be a little tough with the 8 ball here.
Oh no.
Well, I'm at look at where the 8's at. I mean, he's got to get.
I thought you meant the general aura.
No, just to get on it, because the 10 is blocking the 8, I think. Or is it?
No,
not?
he's good.
He's
Looks
good?
like he's good. Yeah.
It goes past.
Yeah, I think so.
God, it just looks like that 10 is flirting with him. And he says, "Patrick, you are absolutely wrong." I'm loving this.
Yeah, very
This is-
impressive, Shayne. That's
This
Good
is
to
going
see.
to be the out of the night right here, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, some tough shots in this rack. Shayne, if you're watching this, when you go back and watch it, yeah, we're giving you a hard time on the 8 ball, but hey, keep watching.
yeah. It's just the
Yeah.
how it went, man, and you're sticking in there.
All right. So here we are, tied up at 14. So the pressure has to now almost seems like it's shifted to Zach.
I
So
think that shift happened a few games ago. I really do. I think Zach knows that Shayne's given up some opportunities, and he's still neck and neck. So
yeah.
and now Shayne's not letting off the gas. So it's even more concerning knowing that it's now a straight up race to 4.
Well, knowing Zach a little bit and watching him play, I think you may see him recognize what's going on, and he might just turn it up here.
For sure.
Yeah, so we'll see what we have. I think it's going to be a close match either way. Look at where he put that cue ball. It's almost stopping right there in the middle of the rack every break. He's breaking phenomenally right now.
Yeah, well, he did say, too, on his questionnaire, he said he loves to sit in his basement and practice his break shot. So
Yeah. Well, he's
it's showing.
Yeah, I mean, the control on the cue ball with his break is really well. I mean, he got a little unfortunate bump there, and it pushed it down a little bit, but he's still in good shape here. And the way he's been shooting, I think he's favored to make this bank. Or not take the bank.
Yeah.
So 2 ball is going to be a little bit of an issue unless there's a little space. Oh, no, looking at the overhead, there's a lot of space there for him to get at it. So he's got the 2, 3. Not an easy rack here, but definitely manageable. Came a little hard there.
Wow.
Really hard.
It really is. It's been a momentum flip here. I think I've got more confidence in Shayne right now than Zach.
So what's he doing here? I think he's just tying a ball up here.
Yeah, smart play by Zach. And
Yeah, giving up ball in hand and tying it up.
he mentioned that one pocket is his favorite game, so that's being showcased there. A little bit of strategy.
But coming right back, Shayne's going to be able to play a pretty good safe here himself. And probably be able to bust the 2 out a little bit, too. See, the key to that shot is he probably wanted to bust it out a little bit. But they are playing 3 foul, so Zach can't give up too many intentional fouls here. Really nice hit there by Zach. Does he leave a piece of the 2? I think he does. What's he trying to get up behind the 5 here? Cue ball behind the 5? No. He was trying to get it behind the 5. It just did not go. So we have a safety battle going on right now. I love watching this stuff.
Yeah, and I genuinely, I just keep thinking to Daniel Herdina's comment, and it's the perfect like tagline for the match. It's just
Yeah.
it is refreshing. Like you said, it's cool to see. I'm excited.
Ooh, locked him nice on the 7. That was a beautiful save right there. Take a look at the overhead, see how locked is he. Oh, there's a little bit of a gap there. Not much. So, yeah, probably coming off the top rail, I would think. Calling it. Wow, if he makes this shot, I'm walking out of the booth.
Yeah. Nice full hit, though. Pretty good speed.
Yep, and gets the cue ball to the top rail, or the bottom rail, and the 2 ball to the top rail. So it's been a little bit of a war here on the 2 ball. All right, looks like our stream's back up and running a little bit. Got some of our viewers back. Appreciate you guys not giving up on this great match here. It's getting down to the wire, so please stick with us and watch it out to the end because it's going to get exciting here. I want to say, I'm thinking maybe Hill.
Yeah. So here, I don't think Zach hooked him. I think Shayne's got the look here at the 2.
And gets around onto the 3. So now he's just got to come across to the 4, the 5. Everything's right here for him to take. Would this be his first lead of the match?
Yes.
Yeah, because Zach took the first game.
Yeah. So that's kind of the barrier rack too.
Oh, he came a little hard. Made it tough.
Not bad though. It was a pretty, confident. It makes this shot like the same pocketing as the last shot.
So this is like that in-between shot I was talking about earlier, whether you just try and hold here for the 5, or do you try and come back and forth?
Yeah, I think both options are there. It's just like committing to one. You can't hit the middle. You got to hit one or the other.
Yeah. See, that he did go back and forth, but that's what's like, it's a mental shot. You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's a good way to describe it.
Like you gotta pick a path, like you said, and commit, but then you're still thinking, should I have gone the other way while you're shooting? All right, taking the 4 all the way down here. I think Zach might be favored to get out here. Ooh, nice shot there to draw it back onto the 5. All right. So where's he playing the 7 ball now? All the way down? Nope. Top. I like that shot. Okay.
All right, so it looks like the lead is still going to elude Shayne Winkel.
Shayne was just about to bust that barrier. Had that tough back and forth shot. I think just was a little bit of a mental struggle.
Yeah, it's really been quite the match.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and look at some of our player stats here. See if I can find it. So let's take a look at what we got here. Unforced errors, you can see.
We may not be keeping up with that as well.
It may not be entirely accurate. I would say it's 90% right 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what that means, but it gives you a general idea, right? So we're not perfect, but oh wait, and I gave where's the table? Okay, break and run I did give. Okay. And for the break, okay, nice break there by Zach. Kept it on the table and dropped the ball, but did not get shape on the 1. So what are you thinking here? Push?
I don't know.
I mean, where would you even push to? I mean, what would the plan be here? Because you want to leave yourself at least some opportunity. So Jason New York says Shayne is a low master player, and Zach in his mind is a master for sure. Well, I think the Fargo rating would tend to agree with you. This match tonight, though, would probably beg to differ for the most part, the way it's been running. All right, so Zach pushing out. So here's one of those shots where you could probably come off the bottom rail and bump into the one, put it in the corner. So this is a shot I've actually learned to do very well recently. If I'm within 2 inches, see how he's measuring it right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and he drained a really nice one when he kicked and did it. Remember that shot?
Yes, I do.
So Shayne knows how to hit this shot. But he just elected to play safe. Did not really get there. It's like he left Zach a shot in the upper right corner. Little bit of distance here, but I think this is no problem here for Zach, the way he's been shooting. Guessing this ball will go center pocket. And it did not. It went rattle pocket. Okay. Looks like Shayne's trying to jump over the 2 here. Calling it in the top right corner. So I'm point over there. So is he breaking on a jump cue? What is that?
Do both of them jump with the full cue? I love it.
I think they do. Well, they both said they don't like jumping. So. Hit it nice.
Look at that.
Got the roll, that's for sure. Your dad must be watching. He said, wow.
Yeah, that was from
That's a while
Shayne's
ago.
double kick out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he spin into it? Nope. That's going to be ball in hand. All right. So, Mason, how's this rack looking to you? I mean, any problems you see?
I think he might end up playing to that 5-10, possibly. I don't think that's too far off, but the out is pretty obvious in my view. I think it's a lot hangs on where he gets shaped to this 2 ball.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he gets nice shape on this 2, where he can get in position on the 3, I think the rest of the rack is there for him. But he's got to negotiate some things here to get shape on the 2. It's just a lot of traffic around the 2 ball right now. So what is he trying to do here?
Is he going to try to 3 foul him?
Well, he's only on 1 foul right now, right? Or am I mistaken here?
No, just 1 foul.
Yeah, so... Well, he's going to lock him right on the 9.
Pretty clean attempt. He might have left the 1 rail here, though.
Getting the cue between the 9 and the rail.
Yeah, and between the 2 and the 5.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's look at the overhead.
He hasn't even looked at it, but I'm telling you, he can go just the one rail here.
Oh yeah, right in between the 2 and the 5. Let's see. Yeah.
Right here, up that way. But he didn't even look at it. He just went straight to the 2-rail kick.
So if he doesn't get it, Shayne would have to probably try and figure out another save here. Looks like he got the hit though. Nope. Nope. So that's foul number 2. Now
I'm super shocked at that. Because all he had to do was look around the table. He sat right down on that 2-railer.
Yeah, but see, now the only, I mean, could he put the cue ball at the top of the table here and thin the wall one, bringing the 1 down maybe to try and get that third save? It's a dangerous shot.
Well, you can also make a ball and end up playing safe later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, a lot of people get confused with that rule, really, but it's 3 consecutive safeties, like failure, so it's the guy who's on 2 fouls. They can't have a break. It's got to be foul, foul, foul 3 times in a row.
3 in a row.
But consecutive doesn't mean that Shayne has to attempt it 3 times in a row. He can attempt the 3rd safety.
Gotcha.
At any point. It's just where if Zach's consecutive on 3 fouls, that's when it's a loss of game.
Yeah, so he can make 3 balls here.
But a lot of people get confused with that. They think that because Shayne's going to shoot the 1 in,
then the consecutive
that it's like canceled,
stops.
but it's not.
No, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's like one of the most common misunderstandings, I think.
Played for it on the side, and it got a little unfortunate there.
He played the safe on himself.
Yeah.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out. That's one of my favorite lines of all time. It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
For all our dodgeball fans out there.
Right.
If you can dodge hooking yourself, you can dodge oh, wow. Almost did it. So, yeah, I would say that's almost a mistake there, an unforced error on Shayne. He just rolled that cue ball a little too far in misposition on his 2. I mean, it was there.
Yeah.
Tried to get that 3 out.
Out. Get out.
Get to the chopper. He just missed it, but can he get at it? Can he cut it over here? That's close. I'd be calling for a ref if he's shooting it over.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to play a safety. I think you've got to.
Michael Lagoo, thank you for the like. Really appreciate it.
Lagoo.
All right, does that 3 get behind the 4? It does not. Thought it was going to get behind the 4. Oh, 3's available on the side now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think Zach's going to be favored to get out here. 8 ball is the only outlier there. And now, well, the 6 is still good. Still can get good on the 6. Or can he?
Or can he?
Or can he? Is that part of the Wisconsin accent coming out?
So Wisconsin there.
Oh, man.
Or can he?
I'm going to have to haze myself after I get home.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. I hope my wife wasn't listening on that. She's going to just destroy me with that.
Yeah. That could be like a T-shirt, man. Like, can he?
Or can he? I can't believe I just said that. Wow. It's like, oh,
It's so funny. I think our accents, I think people around have a stronger accent than we place
in our head.
a thought to.
I'll tell you a funny story about Wisconsin accents here. When I first joined the military, I didn't even think I had an accent, but it was a lot stronger 25 years ago. And me and my buddies were in a car going out, and I was like, hey, fellas, I need to stop and use a time machine. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I got to use a time machine.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, what are you talking about? Go back in time. I'm like, well, I got to get some money.
Yeah.
You got to go back in time to get money? I'm like, no, I got to go to the machine that you put a card in, and it gives you money after you type in a code.
Right.
And they're like, where are you from?
Yeah, even the hey fellas.
Hey
fellas. That's very like.
Yeah, you betcha.
Hey fellas. Got good news for you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was really bad when I joined, and and I explained, we call it a time machine in Wisconsin because we had this thing called the time card,
Right.
TYME, take your money everywhere, which has gone away over the years, but I just thought it was sticks with me. But here we go. We're looking at a pretty good out. Back to the game by Mark here, shooting pretty good. Charles Davis, thank you for the like. Ooh, look at him rolling, and stopping. So good shape here on the 10. So Shayne's going to have to fight his way back again here.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
What just happened? I looked away and the 10 ball's still there. Wow. So that one Zach just gave to Shayne, but you know what? I think he probably owed Shayne one because Shayne gave
at least.
Yeah, Shayne gave Mark one just like that. Probably about 7 or 8 games ago.
You said Mark again.
Did I?
Yeah.
My God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, 8 hours at least in the booth today.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
This I'm looking at we just reached 3 hours.
3 hours
in the booth on this match.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell because I get more like goofy. I'll start, like I'm quiet the whole time, and then it's like.
And they start getting tired, and then bam.
Yeah, make stupid comments.
The chemicals start getting released in the body.
Yeah. Yeah, now you got to think, do you want to go in the side, or. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah, because he's going to want to play to get to the right side of the 9 because there's a lot more room to work with. Yeah, and that looks pretty good because now he should be able to get to the right side of the 9 ball.
Yeah, he got on the good angle there.
Yep, I like it. Wait a second. Does the score say 15-15?
It is 15-15.
Where
rattled the 10 ball.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So I thought, because I was like, man, I thought Zach was up 2. He should have been up 2 games, but instead it's tied. So that's why my mind was playing tricks on me. All right, he didn't let that one go away. William says there's a new Beavis and Butthead movie coming out. Are you kidding me? I can't believe that. Well, I don't. They came out with a new Jackass, so.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, and then, what was that? 2 years ago, they came out with Bill and Ted.
I don't mind that. That's a nostalgia movie. I was actually happy. I mean, it was a
horror. I liked it. Yeah.
It was.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch the new. I didn't watch the new one.
The new one was. It definitely.
But I liked.
It didn't meet the hype.
Right.
Yeah, but I like the fact that they did it. Just the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Is this the final match? Well.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we are racing to 18 here, folks.
So if you've just tuned in, this is the King of the Hill series at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company. I am Mason Cook with Patrick Glynn, and we are Mad Apple Xstream watching a Friday night matchup between Zach Marquardt and Shayne Winkel. The winner will be crowned our king.
Inner room king.
And we'll move on to face last week's king, and
Rainy.
really he's been putting quite the show on, Scott Cohen.
Playing amazing.
So really looking forward to that. I hope either player that advances tonight keeps the same type of caliber, and we've got another great match next week.
I'll tell you, as strong as Shane's playing, I'd like to see the match with Zach and Scott. I think that'd be a really, really cool match.
I agree. I think on paper that's a one to look forward to. I'm on the list of since you're picking Zach, I'm picking Shayne. I want to see him do it. A little underdog spirit.
So what is he got? So he's gonna push the cue ball onto the 8 here. Is what he's trying to do. Did he lock it up? Let's look at the overhead on that. Looks pretty good, but I think the one rail kick is there. So Zach lining it up. He might even be trying to send the 1 into the 2 ball. I mean, you might as well call it at this point. I didn't see him call it. Okay, hit it pretty good. It's going to hide behind the 10. Yep. And puts him jacked up over the 9 ball. LJ versus Zach. Do you know LJ? Are you familiar with LJ?
Little John.
Little John. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Little
Johnny Fields.
Johnny Fields.
He's challenged once before. He actually ended up losing to Sean Henning.
Okay.
And then he was back on the list, so he will be challenging in at some point, maybe in the near future.
LJ played great up at WISPA. He won the 10 ball state championship. I got to watch the final match, and pretty good performance he put on that day.
Yes.
Ooh, nice hit there by Shayne. Got safe. Really, really clean hit. Left the ball at the top of the rail. Puts the 10 in the way. Your dad says LJ quit pool.
Yeah. I say this every time, but I've told Johnny before. He's been saying that he's quitting pool since it was relevant to call him Brett Favre.
I was not aware of this.
Because now people, that's not even necessarily a reference, of Brett Favre quitting and then coming back and then quitting and then,
Yeah, pretty soon that's going to turn into the Brady reference.
But that was, that's what I always say.
So Zach's thinking about it strong here. What do you see here? I don't see a good hit here. I mean, he's probably got to come off the rail and try and spin into it.
Probably, yeah. I like the 2-railer here, kind of aim right near that 6 with bottom right.
Are you talking about going in between the 2 and the 7? Or where are you talking about?
To kick right next to the right side of the 6.
Okay, gotcha.
With bottom right.
All right, let's see what he's doing. Got the hit, just like you said. And left a shot there.
Yeah, left him an opportunity to come and get even again.
Yeah, William Bass says Sean Henning can play, and so can Mason. Well, I know Mason can play. 10-ball world champion, correct?
9-ball on that one,
9-ball.
actually.
I
Yeah,
thought it was 10-ball. Okay. Yeah,
it would have been more on brand for it to have been 10-ball. I don't know that I've won a 9-ball tournament in my life except for that one. So, but yeah, I did win the CSI 9-ball.
Yeah, and finishing in top 40 at the Derby City Classic, which has got to be the top 10% of the field, I think.
Yes.
With as many players as there were. So that's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you. I've been putting in work, and thank you, William.
Yep.
Thank you, Patrick.
Well, I got to put it out there because you're a pretty humble guy, but you have been accomplishing a lot here in the game of pool for Wisconsin. So really, really proud of you. Got
Thank
a lot
you.
of fans here at Mad Apple Extreme.
I know. I love it. It's the best. I really do. I appreciate everybody who gives me that support. Something I always wanted, and now I've got it.
Oh, look at that. He rocked it right out, and he would have been, see, I got to say that's probably another unforced error on
I'd agree with you.
Shayne's that's the difference in this game. I mean, just too many. Yeah, because he could have tied this right back up on our way to Hill. But now you got to think, I think Zach's favored to get out here.
Yes, and he looks like he's going to end up playing this ball with some speed.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand that.
what is the play? I mean, is he trying to play the 6? Where? I think he would want to push it up, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know what he was trying to do there. But didn't leave Shayne with much of a shot here. Looks like he's going to have to kick at it. But this is one of those kick shots where it's almost like wired right off the rail. You just got to get in between the 5 and the rail, and it might just go right in the side. William Bass is asking about Sergio. Nope, haven't seen him in quite a while, actually. Sandy read a few days ago that Mason will go to the Moscone Cup in a year or two. So I think she's referring to somebody made a comment on Facebook talking about some of the prospects going to the Moscone Cup. I thought this was really cool, actually. You know, saying there's 2 locks, probably Woodward and Shane Van Boning. But then there's 3 spots left, and put a few players out there, highly recommended, and Mason, you were one of them. So
Yeah, that's a rankings list for Matchroom, and
that's got to be, I mean, like,
think
that's
I'm up there
huge.
like 17th or something like that.
Yes, I
16th.
think you were ahead of Max Eberly on
And
it.
Corey Duell has
Corey
had a Corey
Duell.
Duell, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what are you kidding? I mean, that was like,
Yeah.
I saw that. It got my heart pounding. I'm like, Mason, you the man.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, so Sandy, thank you for bringing that up. That was definitely awesome.
Yeah, and that's the goal. So we will. William says, "Keep going, Mason," and that's the plan. So.
Oh, there's Lisa Heckman. Where you been hiding? She's normally on the stream.
Yeah, she's been a loyal watcher for a long time.
All right, Zach about to get to the hill here. 1 shot away from getting to the hill. There it is, Zach getting to the hill. So now I think this would be a Cinderella story right now if Shayne comes back.
Definitely.
Takes it hill. I would love to see just that. And you're always kind of going for the guy, the underdog. I think right now, Zach, just because he's taken advantage of all the opportunities, he's favored here and has been. I mean, I kind of like Shayne's chances at one point, but Zach has just found a way to keep the pressure on.
Yeah. Well, I'll go back to my yodeling and just say that the lead has eluded him.
Yeah.
So far tonight. So just hasn't been able to get that one game ahead. And now Zach is breaking for the hill right here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We've had a lot of viewership tonight.
Yeah, an awesome match here.
Go ahead and share it one last time. Like and subscribe. That way we've got the end of this match. It's going to be good, no doubt.
Yep, we are down to the wire. Lisa saying she had family stuff to do. We understand. Father's Day weekend coming up and all. At least you made it for the end. Dan Olson saying great pool. Absolutely. I mean, this has been a match to watch. And the last few matches, because Scott Cohen has been. I mean, I think he's had one competitive match since he started playing. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really been taking it to some of the players. So it's going to be interesting to see. If Zach takes this down, that's going to be an interesting match next week.
I agree. Yeah, I haven't commentated in a while, but this is one of my favorite matches to have watched from going live like this in a while. So
yeah, so definitely tune in next week, folks. King of the Hill on Friday. It's going to be pretty exciting. And this Sunday we do not have our Jesters, Queens, or Knights as it's Father's Day weekend, but we will be back up and running the week after that.
I can't believe how that one ball bobbled out like that on the kick.
We've seen a few balls rattle strangely tonight. 2 10 balls that rattled. We were just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like the one that Zach missed, I swear, like I looked away because I thought it was in. I was hitting the replay button.
Right.
Like, we'll save that one for later. And then I looked back on the screen and it was there. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah, I looked at you like, did he realize? And I could tell he is like, nope.
So Lisa Heckman's asking about the other king, Scott. He just had some things going on this weekend, Father's Day weekend and all, so he will be back next week. Facing the winner of this match. And I don't think Shayne's going down without a fight here.
Definitely not. That'd be out of character from what he's shown us the rest of the match, the whole match.
If he can, I don't think it'll be there, but if he could find a way to hit this 3 in and play a 4-10 combo, but I think he's going to end up running into the 4 here, so that is not going to be available to him. Unless he could find a way to not hit the 4. Make the 3, follow it up. I don't know.
Well, he pocketed it nice.
Yeah, now he's got to kick at the 4. The good thing about it, kicking at, well, he's actually got a bank shot too if he wants to take this all the way down. But if he kicks at it, he'll be on the 5. So he's got a decision to make here. What do you like doing here, Mason? Are you banking this or are you kicking at it?
In recent years, I've gotten scared of this bank more than I used to be, so I probably wouldn't.
See, I like this bank, but I like to kick in this position just because you know that the cue ball is going to be sitting there for the 5 afterwards.
Oh,
and
wow.
Wow, look at
Don't
that. No,
do
no,
it
no,
to him.
no. So, man, nice bank there. It was.
That's a rough loss because it'll probably cost him the match here.
Yeah, Zach is pretty favored to get out here, barring any crazy missteps here. Nick, thank you for the like. Really appreciate it. William Bass up in Canada talking about how Zach used to take take some money from him. Lived up in Canada, but played a little bit of pool there in Madison. Ooh, playing another one of my favorite songs out there.
This one you might be able to hear because looks like the match is about to wrap up.
Yeah, so playing the 9 on the side, 10 on the opposite side here.
I want to give some credit to Shayne and his effort tonight, though, when he goes back and listens.
Yeah, mentally stayed in the game really well. But an awesome performance by Zach as well.
Yes, of course. And I think everybody's going to be looking forward to next week when Zach Marquardt faces off against Scott Cohen.
Players congratulating each other, and as they should, an awesome match. And Mason, it has been an absolute pleasure today, all day in the booth.
You too, buddy.
Derby City matches and then Mad Apple Extreme. So
yes, I'm excited for those matches to come out. Those were some good ones this morning.
Yeah, so stay tuned, folks. Those matches will be out soon. And don't forget to tune in next Friday. We're going to have Zach and Scott live on the stream. And, yeah.
Have a happy Father's Day
weekend.
weekend.
Enjoy your weekend, folks.
Bye-bye.